Everlight Solar Studio, this is your Metro Kia of Madison Sports Center.
Good morning, Madison and streamers everywhere. I'm Jesse Nelson, Sports Center, brought to you by Ho Chunk Gaming Madison, home of smoke-free slots and the highest payout percentage in the area. Ho Chunk Gaming Madison, more spins, more wins, more fun. The NFL coaching carousel continuing to impact the Green Bay Packers. Another assistant on the move. Quarterbacks coach Sean Mannion leaving Green Bay to become the new offensive coordinator for Jalen Hurts and the Philadelphia Eagles. Mannion spent last year as a quarterbacks coach in Green Bay, spent 2 seasons overall on the staff for head coach Matt LaFleur. Plenty of conversation on the latest changes for the coaching staff in Green Bay coming up on Wilde and Tausch, including ESPN NFL Nation Packers reporter Rob Demovski, scheduled to appear at 10:15 this morning here on 100.5 ESPN and the ESPN Madison YouTube channel. NBA, the Bucks 10 games under 500. They lose for the 3rd time this season to the Washington Wizards, 109-99 last night in the nation's capital. The Wizards only won 12 games this season. 3 of them are against the Bucks. Wisconsin men's basketball hosts Ohio State tomorrow afternoon at the Kohl Center. Tip at 1 o'clock.
Metro Kia of Madison, Madison's trusted Kia dealer. Stop into Metro Kia on the east side of Madison or metrokiaofmadison.com.
It is the Friday edition. The Feel Good Friday edition, which will, I believe, include a special guest, one of our favorite people on the planet edition. Speaking of our favorite people on the planet, happy birthday, JG, Justin Garcia. Happy birthday to you. We will not give any further information about your life, though. Edition. And the I Need a Mouse update. What happened with the mouse? Have we gotten it returned? Has Levi and Plover tracked it down for you after you alleged he was the cause of you losing it, Jesse? We'll get an update on that edition of Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN Milwaukee, 100.5 ESPN Madison, 1430 ESPN Beaver Dam. ESPNWisconsin.com, the ESPN app, your Alexa smart speaker, streaming live video, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, and, of course, everything you need on the all-new, all-improved, all-awesome ESPN Wisconsin app, which you can find both in the Android and Apple app stores. I'm Jason Wilde in Green Bay. Jesse Nelson is in the Everlight Solar ESPN Madison studios and from his undisclosed location. He is the Packers Hall of Famer. He is Mark Tauscher. Tausch, good morning. How are you?
Good, buddy. How you doing?
Well, better than the Bucks. Jesse had a great line, which is also troubling, in addition to, obviously, the Giannis drama.
Yeah, it's the Oakland A's Brewers on steroids is what that was.
So Jesse, if you're in Milwaukee or you're watching on YouTube and you didn't hear it, the Bucks lost last night to the Washington Wizards. It is the 3rd time that the Bucks have lost to the Wizards this season. They've only won 12 total games. So a quarter of their wins have come at the Bucks' expense.
How many wins do we have? 13?
18. Bucks are 18 and 28.
We're cooking.
I would not call what they are doing cooking.
Maybe the times that Sarah was banned from the Tauscher family kitchen version of cooking. This just came across my desk. Not only is it JG's birthday, you know who else's birthday it is?
And he's turning. Coming up here, right?
He's turning
your
the big.
Birthday this weekend?
Who?
You?
Me?
Isn't your birthday's like in this area? Yeah, it's somewhere in like late January, early February.
It's the day after Valentine's Day. The other birthday, and it is reportedly his 40th birthday, Gabe Neitzel. So two of our favorite people on this show are both celebrating birthdays today?
Wow.
Why are we up there? Why is Jason and
Because
I?
it's a
birthday,
celebratory birthday
that's our
logo
official
thing.
birthday celebration graphic. Yeah.
But it's JG and Gabe's, not ours.
I worked real hard on that graphic, and
So I'm
we
going to use it
so
whenever I can.
You
every
shouldn't-
time that we have
let
a
me tell you
birthday
something.
to acknowledge.
You shouldn't have. You should not have.
Oh, stop
So
it.
hard on that.
You shouldn't have.
Stop it.
I don't think that's what he meant. So happy birthday to those guys. Are we going to spend more time on Giannis, or are we just going to sort of wait until something actually happens there before we?
Yeah, it's
go
a
back
wrap. I told you last Wednesday it's a wrap. It's a wrap, and I think I don't. I'm kind of over it. The idea that we owe Giannis, that we should trade him wherever he wants and just take whatever we can get is absurd. I just heard, I think it was Monica McNutt on ESPN saying that. No, we're good, Monica. We don't need your input on this. We're not going to just give him away because we owe him. Yes, we're all thankful. We appreciate you, but we're not going to just say, oh, you want to go to New York? We'll take the ghost of John Starks as trade. Like, that's not what we're going to do. So thank you for your advice, but we don't need it. And all of the NBA experts, no. If Golden State's deal is the best, and maybe it will end up being, what did you say, 5 firsts and whoever these other 2 dudes are? I don't know if that's the best deal. But we're at the point now where, I do want it done by the 5th. I don't want it going into the offseason. I don't.
I don't think you're going to get
know if
that
that's
wish,
gonna be
it
the
doesn't
best.
sound like, right?
That's fine. But then I also don't want Giannis playing at all in March and April for us.
Because you don't want him to get hurt and hurt his trade value.
Yeah.
So kind of like when Russell Wilson now twice in his career has become or 3 times. Didn't it end that way in Pittsburgh too?
A lot of times you'll like collaborate and say, let's not put Russell Wilson's name in the same as Giannis.
Right, but they
There's
didn't
nothing-
play him.
No, I don't want any
because they
comps.
didn't want
There's no
to have
comps.
to pay him.
No comps. No, we'll pay Giannis. And we're just going to keep him then. But if we're actually going to trade him, and that's what your goal is, no, you don't pay. You don't play him because I don't want him getting hurt. I'm not going to put any Russell Wilson comps to Giannis. I can't, and I won't. You can do that when I take a day off. I'm out on that.
Do you want to hear who Brian Windhorst said is in the mix for
Yes.
the Giannis
I do.
sweepstakes?
That seemed
Yes.
unnecessarily harsh to me.
What? Well, you kept trying to push this Russell Wilson.
I'm not comparing
Giannis
them
narrative.
as players.
I'm out on it. I'm not. I'm not.
It's because you
interested.
weren't listening.
No, I did listen. I just don't like it.
I don't think you did.
So I listened. Just because I don't like what you're saying doesn't mean I'm not listening. I'm not going to just say, "Oh, that's Pollyanna." No, I don't like it, so I'm not going to agree with you. That's all.
But it wasn't about the player. It was about the way the team handled the player.
You mentioned his name. I understood your collab on
They
it.
both
I
have
don't
one
agree with it.
championship.
No, I do agree with. I heard you. I don't agree with it.
Okay.
They both will be
know.
looked back as not quite achieving as much as they would have hoped in the state of Wisconsin.
There is nobody on earth going to say that Giannis didn't accomplish what. Like, Jesse, that's dumb.
No, as much as they
Are
would
you-
have hoped.
Nah,
we
you-
got
nah,
it.
Okay. Wait a minute. Jesse, don't even bother with him.
Jesse,
Okay?
no, hold up,
He's-
Jason. Jesse, finish your sentence. Jesse, finish your sentence because I actually think this is a great poll idea. Finish your sentence that you just said Basically, Giannis is a disappointment in the state of Wisconsin. He
don't
didn't fulfill his potential. That is, in essence, what you're saying.
Are you finishing the sentence for me, or would you like me to finish the sentence?
He's ornery today, boy. I don't know what we did, but oh boy,
I ain't ornery. You're trying to put Russell Wilson and Giannis in the same boat. I'm just out.
Putting him in the same class.
You were upset about a happy birthday graphic that I put on the video stream. What do you mean you're not ornery?
I said, if you're going to do a happy birthday, put the birthday of the people that are actually his birthday.
We're
I'm
9
sorry
minutes in. He's gotten after the two of us 3 times.
Jesse, do you like it if it's your birthday and it's happy birthday Seth on the cake? Because that's what you did right there.
This graphic does not say happy birthday, Seth. It's the two of you
in essence, it
with
does.
birthday-related things on it, and it's celebrating any birthday, regardless of who it is. It was Dolly Parton's birthday a couple of weeks ago that we spontaneously discovered. I put it up during Dolly Parton's birthday.
When was Russell Wilson's birthday?
Now it's Gabe and Justin Garcia's birthday. On the Giannis front, Giannis didn't achieve as much as he would have hoped to achieve in Milwaukee. He won a championship. We will all forever be grateful that he won that championship. It's something I never thought in my life I would see the Bucks do based on how bad they were during my time growing up as a Bucks fan. They did it. It's awesome. Now, if you look at the other opportunities with the players that were around Giannis in the wheelhouse, the COVID season that got shut down, the 2-0 lead against the Raptors that they ended up losing in the Eastern Conference Finals, being up against the Celtics, and then the injuries with Dame or Chris Middleton or anybody that was involved in some of those postseason runs, the hot potato with the Miami Heat getting eliminated in the first round. There were other opportunities to contend further for championships that they missed out on.
Injuries.
So while the Bucks achieved greatness, and I will forever be thankful and appreciative of that, I think Giannis would be one of the first to say they didn't achieve everything that they thought they could achieve in Milwaukee during his time here.
Did Giannis fulfill his potential?
By the way, does the league come at you fast in the NBA?
Not really. This has been a kind of a slow burn. Because you realize we're coming up on the 5-year anniversary of them winning the NBA title.
Yeah. Like, it's been a while since they won that championship.
Jesse, answer my question.
Say it again.
Oh, for God's sake.
No, just
there's number 4. For God's sake.
I just want to know. I want to know exactly what I'm answering here, and I want to know how you're phrasing
Did Giannis
this.
fulfill his potential as the leader of the Milwaukee Bucks for his 12-year, 13-year tenure? Did he fulfill his potential?
Yes.
Okay. Well, then what are we talking about?
Giannis fulfilled his potential. The team did not fulfill its potential with him.
So did Aaron Rodgers?
No.
Interesting. What's the difference?
Did Russell Wilson?
I'm not talking about Russell Wilson.
No, did Russell Wilson at Wisconsin? Did he fulfill his potential?
He was there for 6 months.
I know.
Yes, he fulfilled his potential at Wisconsin.
No, he didn't.
But the team did not. It's very similar to Giannis.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yep.
No, the
Pella windows and doors. You guys are irritating today. Like, I don't know, and I am maybe a little bit irritated. So in fairness, I want to shoot straight with you guys.
Okay.
I watched a lot of tennis because this is the greatest day of tennis. I'm gonna palm this. It's the greatest day of tennis you're ever gonna watch, and it ended up being about. I didn't watch 9 hours of it, but I watched more than I thought I wanted to.
So you're sleep
If that
deprived?
makes any sense. I started watching. I fell asleep. Then the Alcaraz match, it's only in the third set. There's some muscle cramping. There's people complaining. He's getting extra benefits. He ends up winning like a 5.5-hour match. Then Joker and Sinner end up playing almost a 5-hour match too. And it was just drama after drama. And it was just great. I don't think you're ever going to find a better Friday from 1 a.m. Eastern time to 8 a.m. Central time.
Wait a minute.
Of finding tennis.
For those of you that are not tennis fans, it is the Australian Open, which puts you on a different time schedule. Are you telling me you stayed up pretty much all night watching tennis?
That explains so
much.
much.
I'll say this: I didn't sleep a lot, and it wasn't because I didn't want to.
I didn't get that impression at all.
I'm being honest.
Well,
with
thank
and
you.
Joker. Anyone that doesn't say Joker. Now, you want to try to equate Russell with Joker?
No, I
you
don't.
Want to try making that equivocation?
There's nothing similar at all.
I would argue if he wins Sunday.
Wait, he beat Sinner?
He beat Sinner. Now he's got to play Alcaraz. If he beats Alcaraz and gets to 25 and has the all-time record, because I think Maggie Court has 24, but that was back, as Homer said.
Is that what she went by, Maggie?
You can call her whatever you want. I don't know.
Margaret? Yeah.
So you threw my train of thought off, so I don't know where I was going with that. But in
maybe
essence,
it's the 3 hours of sleep you've gotten in the
in
last
essence,
48
no
hours.
way. This will be the greatest tennis performance we've ever seen if he's able to pull this off.
Just out of curiosity, when is that match? And will we?
But as of now, it's the greatest 1 a.m. to 8 a.m. tennis day of all time.
No, you're not going to find Jesse. I would argue for anyone that loves tennis to tell me a better semifinal that they've combining both. You know, the Duke or the Kentucky-Wisconsin game was great back in 2015. The Michigan State Duke wasn't. And matter of fact, that's why Duke beat us. Some would argue. We emptied the tank. We stayed up all night. We were partying at the Omni. Like, the guys probably were gassed all day Sunday. They had Monday to recover. Duke got to, throw the ball out and beat Michigan State. This isn't the case. This was from a dueling semifinal battle. You're not going to see better tennis in a dueling semi, ever. And I don't think that's hyperbolic.
It's also not hyperbolic when you say that Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin are the best.
Indeed they are, and it is another gloomy, cold day. And it's even colder and more miserable if your house doesn't have great Pella efficient windows. And if you want to just start firing silver bars out your window or watch dollar bills flutter out because you got those old stank windows, I don't know how to help you. Well, I do know how to help you, and that is with Pella's 0 interest for 4 years finance offer. No payments, no interest for 4 years. You have till tomorrow. Tomorrow's the deadline to get 4 years. You don't pay anything on anything. 0 financing, 0 interest for 4 years. Not a payment. Start your journey toward meeting your personal goals and enjoy Pella's highest quality products with exclusive features custom made for your home. Again, deal ends tomorrow. Schedule your free consultation today at PellaWI.com.
2 hours and 44 minutes to go. Maybe you could take a nap during a few of the segments after you didn't sleep at all because you were watching tennis.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure.
Justin thinks you're grumpy on the text line.
I just told Justin I was grumpy. I'll get over it. I'll be fine. The comp and this idea. Yeah, Justin's right. I'm gonna flip the switch. I'll get my coffee in me and I'll be fine.
More Grumpy and it's not Grumpy and Tausch. It's Wilde and Grumpy on Wilde and Tausch.
This is Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Call Gina Della from Pella today, 855-PELLA-WI, and online at PellaWI.com/radio.
Mark Tauscher here, encouraging you to save money and help save the planet by making the energy switch to Everlight Solar. The teams competing in the big championship game were great at making big decisions that help propel their franchises to new levels of success in recent years. Similarly, you can also make a great change that helps you out with the switch to Everlight Solar. Our family was thinking about making the switch to solar for a while, but we weren't quite sure where to even start. That's when we met the team at Everlight Solar. From the very first conversation, they educated us on the benefits of solar while also helping keep the process simple. Join us in saving a ton of money and creating a greener environment for our family and the community by switching to solar. Learn more and schedule a free consultation at everlightsolar.com. That's everlightsolar.com.
Evan, Canty, and Michelle are unsportsmanlike.
There's the Packers and there's everything else. To find your way into that fandom, that conversation, you need something so unique, like an 18-year-old from Greece who transcends the sport, and you are never going to find your way into that fandom without him and without an obvious solution. It's just your ticket to success is him. You found something. I can't expect you to find that again.
Unsportsmanlike. Weekday mornings from 5 to 9 on 100.5 ESPN.
This is Eric Brown, owner of Siding Unlimited, letting you know that Siding Unlimited installs Pella windows and doors. That's right, Siding Unlimited installs windows, and we do it really well, earning the prestigious Pella Platinum Premier National Certified Contractor of the Year award 5 times. Our expert team will deliver on a smooth, hassle-free installation, making you feel proud of calling Siding Unlimited for your window project. Call 608-220-0005 or go to sidingunlimited.com.
Prizes, flyaways, even cash money. You want it? We've got it. Find a list of all contests and official rules by visiting ESPNWisconsinContests.com.
That's ESPNWisconsinContests.com.
Sharon needed legal help. She needed Gruber Law Offices.
When I think about Gruber Law Office, I think about how they took care of me, how they make sure that you get what you're supposed to get. Gruber Law Office. One call, that's all. I will always trust one call, that's all.
Injured? Call Gruber Law Offices today. One call, that's all.
They are the best. I'm very happy.
Coors Light presents To Chill or Not to Chill. When your friend skips your favorite song on the playlist. End the friendship. Or choose chill because that song lives rent-free in your head anyway. And you planned ahead by bringing Coors Light to the party. And the sound of that ice-cold can cracking open was music to your ears already. Coors Light. Choose chill. Celebrate responsibly. 2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
Since 1956, Holman Lindsay Paints has been making paint in Wisconsin for Wisconsin. Because of their commitment to making great paint for Wisconsinites, Holman Lindsay has grown over the years to 26 locations in this great state. Headquarters in Sun Prairie with a state-of-the-art facility, Holman Lindsay has the paint you need to make your job better. From do-it-yourself to professional, Holman Lindsay has paint for everyone. Visit one of their local locations today in Madison, Sun Prairie, Middleton, and Janesville.
The UW Credit Union member Mark Tauscher here. People ask me, T, why did you join UW Credit Union? Well, is it to keep your banking local? Is it the member first service? Great perks like early payday? Absolutely. But honestly, between us, it's Bucky. I can't say no to that face. If you love Wisconsin like I do, you just can't pay with anything else. Fandom makes us do crazy things, but this just makes sense. Become a UW Credit Union member and get your Bucky card like me. Federally insured by NCUA. Terms and conditions apply.
Hey, it's Rich Eisen. Keep it right here after Wilde and Tausch, and join us for the Rich Eisen Show on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Wilde and Tausch rolls on. Holy smokes! If I may, and I don't want to compare him to Russell Wilson at all, but we did bring up Aaron Rodgers. I don't know.
You did. You brought up Aaron Rodgers, just for the record.
Okay, I'm part of we.
Can't even do the setup.
It's true. Do you think that your guy Joker is as viewed as having fulfilled all of his potential by fans that are Because
Yes, he has.
He's got a little bit of the Rodgers thing of not being as liked as he probably deserves to be, right? Or is that also a dangerously bad comparison?
I don't know if I mean, there's obviously some things that line up. I don't know if I would say. I think he is, as an elder statesman, earned a little bit, but Federer and Nadal were so universally loved, and we had an upstart coming in and breaking him up and then surpassing both of them, where you had all of these rabid fans that just loved and adored both, getting stymied by this other guy. That brought a lot of angst for a lot of fans, and I think now that he's on the back end of it and kind of being an underdog, I think has endeared him to at least some of those fans to get it back. But as far as him living up to his potential, I would probably argue I don't know of anybody that I could say has done more than him when it comes to professionally. Like, I don't know. Somebody could say somebody and be like, yeah, it's what he's been able to do. I don't know. He's the best that's ever done it. And he's done it in an era where you're talking about the greatest players of all time, and he's surpassed all of them.
Right.
Like, that's a pretty amazing thing to do.
I would agree. This is not the Pete Sampras, Stefan Edberg, Boris Becker. Who am I missing from that era? But all right, let's shift gears from tennis.
All right.
To the Packers as the staff departures continue. Now, I don't know who else they're going to hire, but hopefully they have connections to fans of our show so we can talk to their friends like Sam Seifkis yesterday with our buddy Garrett calling in. I'm told that that Sam Seifkis is the nephew of our partners at Sentry. They have someone named Julie who is part of their team. So it is a small world after all, which is awesome. But it is a new dawn for the quarterback's coaching job because Sean Mannion gets the Philadelphia Eagles job. I'm not here to tell Sean Mannion what to do, but I hope he realized that the last guy to hold that job had his house egged during the season. Two others who have held that job, however, have gotten head coaching jobs. So what do we make of this departure knowing, and we talked about this when he came on board a couple years ago. We talked about it when he was promoted to replace a retiring Tom Clements. There are a lot of people that think he's a future head coach and have a very high opinion of him. Is this problematic in any way for the Packers, in your opinion?
So, Jason, you're one of those people, right? Because I think I saw you tweet something like this is a huge loss for the G&G.
Indeed, yeah.
I guess
that's
explain
based on what people have said about this guy, which, again, I don't know. You know, he got Clayton Tune ready, which I don't know if he put that on his resume or not. It's not Clayton Tune's fault. I'm gonna continue to defend Clayton Tune. He played with a JV offensive line and only Matthew Golden as a realistic weapon for him. And he lost Bo Melton during the course of the game. Yes, Matt LaFleur, as I told the story earlier in the week, basically poached him from the Bears as the Bears were bringing him in for an interview. And Matt LaFleur said, yeah, sure, when he called. I'll help you get ready. He did a Zoom call, but then he said, don't agree to anything with them until you talk to me. And then he stole Sean Mannion for his staff, then promoted him to quarterback's coach. John Schneider, the general manager of the Seattle Seahawks, who had Sean Mannion on his team 3 different times as a backup, said from the jump that this guy's going to be a head coach in the NFL. So based on their assessments, this is a significant loss. Now, apparently not significant enough to, juggle your coaching staff to try and come up with a job that would keep him from leaving. So I don't know how I am supposed to reconcile what Matt LaFleur has said previously with the idea that, he didn't. theoretically, he could have figured out a way to keep him, I suppose. But what do you make of that decision of allowing him to leave? I mean, I'm not advocating for firing other people to keep him, and Matt LaFleur certainly did not do that.
Well, I think he obviously those are some pretty good endorsements, right? I mean, John Schneider is going to be one of the – I don't know if he's going to be the executive of the year, but he's right there with what he's been able to do, flipping the script, trading Russell Wilson, and getting that haul back and being able to reboot, and then I think luckily not keeping Geno Smith and bringing in Sam Darnold. And this is always the interesting part of these young coaches – in a league where you're hiring younger and younger, except for this cycle, it feels like they've went some older coaches. You want these young stars to stay on your staff because it's good for everybody involved. It's good for you as a coach to have that. It's good for the players, obviously. And I do wonder, it's not as if there haven't been rumors that there's going to be some different coaches on the offensive side of the ball. And let's not make any mistakes about this. If they believed that Sean Mannion was the heir apparent or as great as Schneider felt, he ain't going to Philly. Just like, oh, we have salary cap restrictions. Oh, this. How many guys did they ever let go that they really, really wanted?
You're right. Yep, you're right.
The answer is slim to none, almost zero. There might be a few rare exceptions, but in the coaching world where you have unlimited resources and you can find, I mean, there's a reason there's 100 new titles. Passing game, pulling guard coordinator. You know, so they do that so they can give you a little bump in pay and change the title. If they believed what you're saying and it was critical to Jordan Love's development,
yeah,
he ain't leaving that door. They ain't going to let him. Or they're going to pay him and promote him and keep him. So how I look at it, yeah, it's a bummer. I don't know if I'd go to Philly. I think that might be who knows how that's going to go. I got to give them the benefit of the doubt because they have been champions until next Sunday. They still are the champs. And they have been able to show, their coach has shown, they flipped coordinators. They've been able to win. So I'm not overly concerned because it seems as if Green Bay's not overly concerned. And maybe I should be more concerned. But I don't know. It feels as if we're now 3 weeks out from the Packers being eliminated on Saturday night. I don't think there's going to be any significant changes. We thought OC, O-line, maybe special teams. And if you're asking what you'd be concerned about, it feels as if everybody over there feels like running it back without your best coordinator coming back is going to be the model of where we're at. And maybe that's a good thing. I don't know. We'll find out. But that is, at least as we sit here on the 30th of January, unless something changes, everybody over there feels like this team was there. We got short-circuited with injuries. We have the right staff, we have the right people, and we have the right players. We just need to stay healthy, and we'll be champions. That's what this cycle has told me. And we'll see if it's right.
I think your assessment is spot on, and I'm not just saying that to keep you happy. I think you are exactly right.
Yeah, I'm not as grumpy. I got a little coffee in me. I'm good now.
I'm happy to hear that.
I want to apologize to Justin in Middleton because he was, and you know what? And by the way, I didn't look in the YouTube chat. I'm sure there's other Justins, maybe even a little harsher. I want to thank Justin because sometimes you need that. You two knuckleheads saying it's like white noise to me because you guys do this to me all the time.
You're
when I get it from others,
slam us. Yes, you're saying.
No, I ain't slamming you. What do you mean? I'm not. Don't try to put me back in grumpy corner, okay? I'm not going to Mount Horeb. Sometimes it's good. Just like kids, sometimes it's better to hear from somebody outside of their parents.
Sure.
In this case, it was good to hear because Justin slapped me back into reality. And he's like, you know what? Yeah, I've been a little grumpy. this first segment.
LePay said you were
did you
grumpy,
guys
too.
help?
He was listening, and he said you were grumpy.
Who did?
My dad,
LePay?
Matt LaPay.
Yeah, well.
Fake dad. My real dad
Matt-
probably thinks
Matt's
it, too.
seen
I haven't asked him, though.
Fair enough.
I don't give a damn what you two think, but Justin and Middleton really slapped me into reality.
Well, let's
grumpy
be
I was.
honest. You guys, you two, and you've kind of toned it back, but you two have a little thing that you do. And you like to get me all riled up because you think I get more clippy. I get clippier the more riled up I get. I know how you guys operate.
Sure, it's now it's a conspiracy.
Grumpy and Mr.
It's not a
Clippy.
conspiracy. It's a reality. What are you talking about? Conspiracies.
A new Disney show, Grumpy and Mr. Clippy.
I think that's on Peacock. They're looking for something to
yeah.
increase revenue. Tausch, tell us about American Family Insurance, because we are talking about Mike McCarthy today, and we're doing it next.
I'm sure we will. Mike McCarthy, been a big advocate for the Children's Hospital down in Madison here, the American Family Insurance. He's also been American Family Insurance, also huge partner and a huge proud partner of Wilde and Tausch from the jump for almost 100 years. American Family has been committed to making life better with the right home and auto protection, all so you're free to enjoy your dreams. So insure carefully and dream fearlessly with American Family Insurance. Get a quote or find an agent at amfam.com.
The Mike McCarthy conversation that we've waited all week for. You don't want to miss it. Well, even though we missed it for 4 days.
We'll have less
is
sleep
next.
and we'll be grumpy.
Yes, indeed, Mike. We will be. It's Wilde and Tausch.
Your state, your teams, your ESPN. The ESPN Wisconsin app. Customizable just to you. Find the ESPN Wisconsin app in the Apple or Android app stores today.
Mark Tauscher here for Iron Jock. As a former athlete, I've worn just about every type of workout gear there is, and nothing compares to Iron Jock. Their performance apparel is built to fight sweat, odor, and bacteria, keeping you feeling fresh no matter how hard you push. From the gym to the pickleball court, Iron Jock keeps you dry, comfortable, and confident. Upgrade to Iron Jock. Available now at ironjock.com.
When a trophy is raised, it can feel like the season's over. But on the ESPN app, it never really is. Because with more than 47,000 live events, plus originals, highlights, and coverage from every corner of the sports world, there's always something to dive into. No off-season, just everything a fan needs to keep going. Always in season, get all of ESPN all in one place. Download the ESPN app on your TV or phone today.
4 years. That's enough time to earn a college degree, to serve a full term as a president, to train for something big and become someone new.
You bet, and get 0% interest for 4 years at Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, so you can invest in your home and in life's biggest moments. With exclusive features and customizations, Pella offers the highest quality products at a price you can afford.
Aim high when setting your New Year's resolution, and imagine what you can do in 4 years when you finance your home project with Pella. Visit PellaWI.com today.
What's new at Zimbrick Chevrolet? A lot. A free car wash with every service, plus a brand new detail facility to keep your ride looking fresh all year long. Relax with coffee and snacks while you wait, and if you can't, grab one of their numerous service loaners, take the shuttle, or even get a lift on them. Plus, Zimbrick Chevrolet has the largest new Chevrolet inventory in southern Wisconsin, and you'll never overpay at Zimbrick Chevrolet. Zimbrick Chevrolet in Sun Prairie, the name you can trust.
Valentine's Day is coming, and your wallet just asked for a moment of silence. But relax. At Chalmers Jewelers, romance comes with surprisingly friendly prices.
Like a diamond pendant, gold hoops, or a diamond bracelet, all starting at $2.99.
This Valentine's Day, impress your Valentine, not your credit card company.
Chalmers Jewelers, where great taste doesn't have to be expensive.
Chalmers Jewelers in Middleton
and Madison.
Hi, this is Lee, inviting you to Ruth's Chris Steakhouse in Middleton. We got a great happy hour every day of the week from 4 o'clock to 7, and our patio during the summer is open too. If you're getting married, special occasion, a birthday, anniversary, or even a business meeting, we've got all the accommodations right here at Ruth's Chris Steakhouse. You work hard, and sometimes you're not sure what you want to do, where you want to spend your money. I want to encourage you to come into Ruth's Chris Steakhouse and say hello. It'd be a pleasure to meet you.
Big news from Carbless. A fan favorite, and one of my favorites, Blood Orange flavor is now its own dedicated 4-pack. Crafted with real spirits for a true cocktail taste. Blood Orange brings bold, citrus-forward flavor with a smooth, premium finish. 0 sugar, 0 carbs, only 100 calories, and gluten-free. Now it's even easier to stock up on the flavor everyone keeps asking for. Look for Carbless Blood Orange 4-pack at your local retailer now. Once you try it, you'll understand why Blood Orange has earned its own pack. Carbless, bold flavor in every sip. Find it near you at drinkcarbless.com.
$2.3 million. A recent Schwab survey of Americans says that it takes $2.3 million to be wealthy. But you may have had your financial plan set on a bigger or a more humble number. But if you're looking for added insights on how to get there or how to avoid some tax pitfalls on the way, Annex Wealth Management is ready to listen. Mark Tauscher here, and whether your situation is complex or simple, the Annex Wealth Management team can give you wealth expertise and guidance on reaching your goals. Annex Wealth Management. Know the difference.
It's a Western Conference showdown in H-Town.
Flag is giving Dallas the lead.
That was insane. Cooper Flag and the Dallas Mavs face Kevin Durant and the Houston Rockets. Coverage begins Saturday at 8 Eastern, with tip-off at 8:30 Eastern on ESPN Radio and on ABC.
Jesse, you know that scene in your favorite Bane movie, The Dark Knight Rises?
Of course.
Where they go out onto the ice, and then the one guy falls through, and I feel like I'm carefully stepping out onto the ice here, just waiting for a topic change. But I think we made it. Looks like we made it. Let's talk a little bit about Mike McCarthy. And let's hear from him as he spoke earlier this week at his introductory press conference and was asked if he wants Aaron Rodgers back this season.
All right, here we go. Thank you, Art. I think I thought at least be able to get started. Oftentimes coaches and players, you put on new team colors, and it takes a minute to feel comfortable in those new colors. But to be blessed beyond any measure, one day to put on the colors you wore since you brought home. I apologize. Brett, I told you not to sit my family down here in front. This is so unfair. When you come home from Mercy Hospital, I do want to thank Art Rooney, Omar Khan, Dan Rooney, and the entire Steelers organization for the trust they placed in me to represent one of the most storied franchises in all of sports. I understand and embrace the responsibility, the privilege, and the weight that comes with this stewardship. This city, this franchise, this fan base means the world to me. Because Pittsburgh's my world, and it's just awesome to be back here. I do want to thank two men I'm very fortunate to call friends, Mike Tomlin and Bill Cowher. They've represented this organization with such class, and I'm honored to follow in their footsteps. They left the proverbial cupboard full, for sure. My family, my loves, my wife Jessica, kids Alex and Danny, Jack, George, Gabby, and Izzy, my parents, Joe and Ellen McCarthy, my sisters, Kelly, Ellen, and Colleen, and the crew that's here. We can finally openly wear our Steelers swag, so let's get it. My heart is full, my focus is singular, and it's time to bring another championship back to this great city. And with that, I just want to make sure that when we do get that trophy, that the seventh trophy in the case, we'll start that victory parade at 1137 Greenfield Avenue. So,
I'm glad that you played that instead, Jesse. I'm sorry, I should have been more clear, because that's Mike McCarthy, right there, right? As authentic. He didn't do everything right as the Packers head coach, won a lot of football games, was a highly successful NFL coach during his time here. But more importantly, that's as authentic as it gets. And seeing him choke up like that, I watched that live when it was happening, and very much on brand. And if you are a Packers fan and you had frustrations with him late in his tenure, I get it. But I don't know how the heck you're not rooting for him. It's unfathomable to me. If they play the Steelers, if it's Packers-Steelers in the Super Bowl, yeah, root against them. But Tausch, you played for him. He's obviously been a friend of our show. He's become a friend of both of ours. How do you feel about what you just saw?
Yeah, it's awesome. I mean, it is. You hit the nail on the head. It's who he is. That's why he has, I don't know how many former players, especially in Green Bay, that don't really respect who he is as a dude. And I've always said, even when he'd get up there, he was about business, but you knew he cared about the other stuff too. And I don't remember the quote, so I'm not going to steal it. You have to show them that you care before what? How does that quote go? It's a really good coach's quote. It's not about telling them. It's about showing how much you care, and then they'll, repay that. Mike does that. And I think there's a lot of folks, we've went over on this show a bunch about why everybody, Homer loving to get John Harbaugh in Green Bay. And I'm like, the resume is not Sean Payton. That resume is not better. Mike Tomlin, the resume is not better. There is a certain, I think, stereotype about Mike because he had Aaron Rodgers as his quarterback and other things, and I've already went over that he is looked at in a different light. And I am really happy for him and for Campy and for, I think there's going to be some other.
Scotty Tolzien.
I think there's going to be even more that are going to come down the pipeline you're going to hear about that I have, that are great friends of mine that I'm excited that potentially will get opportunities to continue to coach and continue to do in their roles what they're looking for. And I love the fact that Mike is going to be able to say he's coached probably the three most historic franchise. You can make that argument with Green Bay, Dallas, and Pittsburgh. And I hope he has a ton of success there. And I would love for it to be somehow Green Bay, Pittsburgh in another Super Bowl, whether it's Super Bowl 65 or Super Bowl 61 or whatever it is. I think it would be absolutely awesome. And I'm with you. I hope he has a ton of success in Pittsburgh with a lot of old Green Bay guys along for that ride with him. I think it'd be great.
I believe the quote that you were seeking was from Pat Summitt, who famously said, "People don't care how much you know until they know how much you care." Is that where you were going?
Yeah, that's in essence what I was thinking. There's a bunch of different quotes that have come down that pipeline, but in essence what it means is all of the X's and O's and all of that other stuff is great, but especially in today's day and age, players need to feel loved. And I know Lombardi and a lot of other, like, what do you care about? You get more buy-in, and I think that's what Mike Vrabel has really shown. Yeah. I think that's a big reason that connectivity in a world where there's less and less in-person connectivity than ever, it's even more important. That side of it does make a difference. Doesn't make the entire difference, but it obviously makes a difference.
All right. We will hear the Aaron Rodgers piece of this. I would be curious. I will check the YouTube comments. I'm in and out of there now. I've lifted my ban on myself, but I would be curious how people are viewing Mike McCarthy in Pittsburgh, because it did feel like, and again, maybe it's just the loudest fans and the ones that go to social media to voice their opinions, but it felt like it was not a particularly popular hire. in Pittsburgh.
I'll
felt
say
like
this: whatever that was pre-press conference, I think this is where coaches need to understand. This isn't the most important thing. Winning is always going to be the most important thing. But there is something to be said about coaches having a connection with the fan base, and it can't just be mercurial, and it can't just be, I'm coming in. Fans want to feel like you're in it with them and that you feel the feels. And if you don't think Mike McCarthy felt the feels and you didn't feel that as a Pittsburghian, that stuff, while it's probably third or fourth on the list, I do think he swayed some hearts and minds. And I would argue that some people would probably say, I don't know if people feel that way necessarily about how Matt LaFleur. I think Matt LaFleur is very happy to be the head coach of the Green Bay Packers, no doubt. I think he would be incredibly happy being the head coach of a lot of teams, whereas I think Mike, obviously he saw it with Green Bay and would have felt very similar if he had been brought back. He also feels that way about Pittsburgh. I don't think he has that same connection with Dallas.
No, totally agree. Great points by you. Dan in Brothertown, absolutely happy for Mike McCarthy. Class act. Hope he has great success. He brought us a Super Bowl. Forever grateful. Much like we are with Giannis. So I'm comparing Mike McCarthy to Giannis.
Did Mike I'm fine with you comparing Mike McCarthy to Giannis.
Yeah?
Yes.
I just did that for fun.
Some similarities there.
Did Mike McCarthy live up to his potential as the head football coach of the G&G?
Well, I can tell you this. Your season-long wagers at Hard Rock Casino Rockford did not live up to their potential for you two.
We should have tried to get those tickets on one of those sites where you could sell them and take because after that first Bears game, boy, it was looking good for all of them. That's the beauty of it. Hard Rock Casino Rockford, great sports book. Head on down there if you want to make some on big game. This is where I have to make sure I'm very careful, right, Jesse?
Big game.
The big game.
This is a good one to watch out. Yeah.
So the big game coming up, you want to get some fun. I don't know. Can I say action? I don't even know what I can.
Action's okay. Say. Yeah, fun action on the
in
big
accordance
game.
with the big game. But they have a great sports book. They have great food. They have slots. They have great table games, and they have a great high limit room experience that delivers premium table games tailored for discerning players. Enhanced game rules for blackjack. Dealer will stand on a soft 17. That gives you better odds and the kind of authentic high limit action that does set the Hard Rock Casino Rockford apart from other places. Your next hand, it could be your best yet. Visit the High Limit Room at Hard Rock Casino Rockford, about 60 minutes from Madison, right off of I-90. Big old purple and gold guitar down there in Rockford, Illinois.
We'll hear what Mike McCarthy had to say about Aaron Rodgers and the possibility that a former Badger and former Aaron Rodgers teammate could be his offensive coordinator. Get to that next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
Wilde and Tausch on 100.5 ESPN is brought to you by Everlight Solar. Save money, save the planet. Everlight Solar.
Mark Tauscher here reminding you that every Friday is Feel Good Friday on Wilde and Tausch, painted by Holman Lindsay Paints. It could be this weekend, it could be this summer, or it could be after next football season. But when the time comes for you to get started on your next paint project, the best place to start is at Holman Lindsay Paints. Just like me, trust Wisconsin's best painters, the pro painters at Holman Lindsay, to get the job done right. To get connected with the pro that best fits what your project calls for, stop into any Madison area Holman Lindsay location and ask. The team at Holman Lindsay can take it from there. And what makes Holman Lindsay Wisconsin's best paint? Well, as been proven with the weather over the last few weeks, it's the one paint you can trust to withstand the challenges of Wisconsin's weather year-round. Holman Lindsay, great paint, great people. Stick around for Feel Good Friday coming up to close out today's show, painted by Holman Lindsay Paints.
You, rah. Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin present your Badger Minute. Here's Pablo Iglesias.
This Badger Minute brought to you by your Badgerland Chevy dealers, proud supporters of Badger Athletics. Go to BadgerlandChevy.com. On to the recruiting trail. Luke Fickell and company building Wisconsin football's next wave of talent. Fickell on the group he plans to go after and why it's so important in college football's new era.
I really believe there's going to be a greater emphasis on the in-state kids because the trend of things of guys leaving, who are the ones you have the best opportunity to keep in your program that you want to be able to develop? Well, those would be the kids that maybe have something that's going to keep them there a little bit deeper than just the playing time.
Get 0% interest for 4 years at Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. With exclusive features and customized for every home, Pella provides the highest quality products at a price you can afford. Go to PellaWI.com. PellaWI.com.
At Associated Bank, we know running a business is tough enough, so our business is making your business banking easy. That's why we make sure it speaks your language. Business and consumer-linked accounts? How about all your banking all in one place with one login account? $50 overdraft grace zone? Think of it as a I never said I was a CFO grace zone. And maintenance fee-free account? Well, free is always good. At Associated Bank, we get you. That's why we've got you. Learn more at associatedbank.com/YouGotThis. Member FDIC.
All you have is one chance after an accident, one decision on who to call, one shot to get the help you need. Don't waste it on the one offer you get from your insurance company. Make the one call to Gruber Law Offices. It's the only one you'll need to make. Call us today. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Talk Badger sports year-round with the Jump Around podcast.
I don't know if it was something I thought about, like, hey, how are we gonna use this phrase of making sure we understand we're not where we want to be, and it's just more so about a realization. I mean, they think, okay, now that you are technically invested differently, that money solves all problems, and they don't.
The Jump Around, brought to you by Steinhoffels, streaming live every Thursday on the ESPN Madison YouTube channel and available wherever you get your podcasts.
ESPN Madison and Zimbrick Honda are celebrating the area's best local sports stories with the Game Changers of the Month. Follow ESPN Madison on social media to see the teams recognized for making a positive impact in the community. It's the Game Changers of the Month, presented by Zimbrick Honda.
This is Eric Brown, owner of Siding Unlimited, letting you know that Siding Unlimited installs Pella windows and doors. That's right, Siding Unlimited installs windows, and we do it really well, earning the prestigious Pella Platinum Premier National Certified Contractor of the Year award 5 times. Our expert team will deliver on a smooth, hassle-free installation, making you feel proud of calling Siding Unlimited for your window project. Call 608-220-0005 or go to sidingunlimited.com.
It's time to close the gap for Luke Fickell.
A lot of people have done some things to close some bit of the gap. Now our job as coaches, our job as a team, and our job as players is to find a way to close the rest of that gap.
Find Fickell's full interview with Wilde and Tausch, available on the ESPN Wisconsin app.
A little more from Pittsburgh before we shift gears again. We'll get ready for Rob Demovski, who is this his farewell appearance?
No,
for
it's
the
his
season?
Penultimate appearance for Rob. We have him next Friday for a Super Bowl preview as well, and then that will be.
I'll tell you what, Rob's had a hell of a year.
He sure
He has been.
Yeah.
He might be the MVP. He might be, if I'm voting, like as from a contributor standpoint, he's got my MVP vote this year.
Why do you say that?
For our Packers coverage. He has been viral. He's been passionate. He's brought it. I just think he's been on point, man. Like, I think Rob he was good in his rookie campaign. He took a big jump in year 1 to year 2 and had an awesome season of creating tons of clicks, but a ton of great content. Hey, Rob has been great this year.
He swore on the show.
Passion.
He threatened to quit if we clipped him.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I loved every bit of it. That was great.
Okay.
I want more of it. I want more.
Beat writers who have that passion and that enthusiasm.
Good to have somebody like that on the panel. Yeah, it's a good idea.
He doesn't hedge everything. I mean, he hedges too. Don't get me wrong, but he's not a hedge guy.
You chewed
he's
him
not
out.
A hedge guy.
You chewed him out for not saying that what a person's salary is factors into their
Versace, that was the
decision.
Yes, but I like that.
He put the whammy on the kicker with his bold prediction.
Yep. Yeah, memorable. Yeah.
I'm telling you, tell me somebody from a contributor Rob has been an MVP. He could literally mail it in these next 2 weeks, and he's still getting my MVP.
Our MVP of the Packers season for Wilde and Tausch, Rob Demovski.
1,000%.
Unanimous.
Definitely MVP.
I will say this. He has definitely generated content and interest. Swearing, I still don't understand bull crap and then following it up with the worst version for radio. I don't get that one, but that's okay. We look forward to him joining us at 10:15 for his penultimate appearance. Rob and I both covered Scott Tolzien when he was a player for the Packers, and now he reportedly is in line to be Mike McCarthy's offensive coordinator in Pittsburgh. Will that help, hinder, or have no effect on a certain future Hall of Fame quarterback and four-time NFL MVP coming back for one more season and doing it with Mike McCarthy? Here is what Mike McCarthy said when asked the Aaron Rodgers question.
I'm not asking this from any other perspective except your own personal preference. In your best-case scenario, do you want Aaron Rodgers back as your quarterback next year?
That's nice the way he asked that, right? That was slick. But I mean, definitely. I mean, I don't see why you wouldn't. But I think just like anything, knowing Aaron long enough, going through seasons, I think when players, to see Mel Blunt here. I mean, when guys are up at that stage of their career, they need to step away and decompress. I think that's very important. The game is so emotional. What these men commit to and what they put into it. I think that time away is important, and I have spoken to Aaron, and so that's really where we are there. But I was able to sit back and watch the games. I watched most of the Pittsburgh games on TV, and I thought he was a great asset for the team.
It's like anything. I hadn't heard that in a while. I heard that a few times during his press conference. That was fun.
I like when he says slick. It's a good word for him.
And by the way, he's right. The dude, whoever that dude was that asked that question, really set it up perfectly and got a good answer, which is what we always say is the goal.
The Demovski of the Steelers beat, some could say.
So we're doing a lot of glazing of Rob, so we look forward to his appearance at 10:15. Tausch, do you think Aaron Rodgers plays this season, and do you think this is a reason that leads him to choose to play one more year?
I hope that's not what goes into it. I think Aaron knows better than anybody what it takes, what the commitment level is, the mental toll that it takes, and he's at that age now where I think that Texans game puts him in a spot where he knows now it's really difficult to play the quarterback spot if you can't extend plays and do the things that made him the great quarterback that he is, or that he was. Mm-hmm. He is going to have to do it a different way. And he didn't like McCarthy's offense at the end of it in 2018. What's different? I just hope he goes into this thing eyes wide open and doesn't let nostalgia help him make those decisions, and he won't. Aaron Rodgers will do what Aaron Rodgers wants. Lord knows we all know that. And that's what he should do. I think it's more likely the fact that Jimmy Campen is his O-line coach. Mm-hmm. I think there might be some other folks floating through there that he has great relationships with.
Oh, like who? Like who?
So I just wonder from Aaron's standpoint what that balance is, because I really thought, even in his last seasons with the Jets, the fact he could answer the bell 17 times after tearing his Achilles while the season sucked, attaboy to him. And then this last year, to lead that team to a division win and a playoff game, pretty awesome. Just because you want a great ending and you keep fighting for it doesn't mean you're going to get it.
It's true.
So I hope he does what he wants to do. I would I think this is going to probably propel him much more so to lean harder on coming back. I would have bet before this that he wouldn't, and then he could be a Phillip Rivers type guy in October, November. I think he's more in line with Roger Clemens in the back end of his career, where he would come and start reporting in June, July to pitch a couple months and then go to the postseason. I don't know if he's about OTAs, IPWs, mini camps. I don't know if that's where he's at in his life. And when you have a new coach, and I know it's a new system, not to him, but to everybody else, he's going to have to be there for a lot. I don't know if that's a price you pay. I'm not sure if that's a price he wants to pay or should pay for a team that probably, unless they make some wholesale changes, I'm not sure where they're going to get to where he can win, because the only thing left for him is another championship. And if he could do it with Mike and Yimmy, oh, baby, that'd be sweet for him. But he also knows the odds of that happening are pretty slim, and it is another slog that you're going through that, well, it's hard. I mean, it is a grind, and you have to be willing to do it.
All great points. Some interesting news.
Do you want him to come back?
Of course, but that's me being selfish. I want him. He should do what's best for him, regardless of who the coach is of the Steelers, and regardless of whether I want him back or anybody. I want him to play again because I love this story, and it would be much better if he's the quarterback. And do I think that the one thing that Mike McCarthy said in that presser that I would disagree with is I don't think the cupboard is fully stocked there. I think they've got an aging team, and not only do they not have a quarterback of the future, but they didn't have enough weapons in the present for Aaron Rodgers to throw to. Like, it kind of reminded me, I know they went out and traded for DK Metcalf, but it kind of reminded me, and DK Metcalf is better than Allen Lazard, but that 2022 season, when Allen Lazard was the Packers' number one wide receiver, I don't think it was too surprising that they weren't great offensively if we are honest in our looking back assessment of that season. So I'm curious to see what they do from a personnel perspective, because they've got a couple good running backs for sure, but I watched a fair number of their games because I was curious, and I did think he played well. Certainly not 2011 or 2020 Aaron Rodgers, but he played well more often than he didn't. And he played through a broken wrist on his non-throwing hand. I mean, I would like to see him play another year. We'll see if that actually happens. I would actually go.
I think I look at it the other way. I hope. I just think, man, it was a pretty good way for him. I know the playoff game didn't end well, but pretty good ending for him to be able to finish the season the way he did. If he wants to go through the grind again, he's got a lot of interest in life. I hope he calls it.
I think if Mike McCarthy wasn't the Steelers coach, I would say the same thing. But for me, wanting to see him play another year is influenced by him and Campy and Tolzien. You're right. It could. Worse. It could. But as you so astutely pointed out, who remembers that year that Joe Namath played for the Chargers?
Well, Jason, the fact that Evan thinks that this is like some legacy Aaron's legacy is set.
It is.
Whether or not it climbs another notch or not, but his floor is set. The ceiling still has a little. You can still climb up on that ceiling a little bit closer, but the floor is set. This whole concept that he needs something else, no. I disagreed vehemently with him then, and I would now as well.
What we can all agree on is that Pittsburgh needs a Pickler location, like we have in Green Bay, like we have in Menominee Falls, and like we will soon have in West Dallas.
Oh, that's good memory, Jason. The Pickler Menominee Falls, right off Appleton Avenue. An indoor pickleball spot. You know what? All this crappy weather, no excuses. Built for everybody. Beginners, former athletes, anyone that just wants to get out, move more, have some fun, and get a sweat. They're offering free learn-to-play clinics every Monday and Saturday at noon. You don't need any experience. You don't need any gear. It is all there at the Pickler Menominee Falls. We're going to teach you everything. You get a workout, you meet people, and I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. You're going to go in there, and you're going to, especially if you're a beginner, you're not going to know what is hitting you. What is this even all about? You're going to get hooked. You're going to love it, and you're going to find a whole new community of friends that you're going to love hanging out with at the Pickler. They even got that West Allis location coming up soon. Tells you how fast the Pickler is growing. So stop in to the Pickler in Menominee Falls or contact the club directly, starting online at thepickler.com for more details. That's PICKLR.com.
So we mentioned the birthdays of two of our favorite people. Another one of our favorite people revealed a really interesting story today on social media. You may know him as the mayor. We'll tell you a little bit about this story, and we may even have to track him down, see if he's available, if he's not, running a meeting of some sort with the councilman or something of Green Bay, because this is really neat. We will start there, and then we will talk to the MVP, bullcrap, Rob Demovski, after that, in the 10 o'clock hour, which starts in 2 minutes. So stick around.
Don't go anywhere. Another hour of Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, is coming up next on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Get ready to unleash the dragon at Hard Rock Casino Rockford.
Introducing the region's very first $1 million Dragon Link slot game. Feel the thrill, chase the excitement, and win big. With jackpots soaring to $1 million, your chance to hit it big is here. Come experience the ultimate gaming adventure. Visit Hard Rock Casino Rockford today and play the $1 million Dragon Link slot game. Your legendary win awaits. Hard Rock Casino Rockford. Let's hard rock.
If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Hey, this is Jonathan Blackwell of Wisconsin Badgers basketball. You're listening to 100.5 ESPN WTLX Monona, Madison, a Good Karma Brands radio station.
Broadcasting live from the Everlight Solar Studio, this is your Metro Kia of Madison Sports Center.
Good morning, Madison and streamers everywhere. I'm Jesse Nelson, Sports Center, brought to you by Goodman's Jewelers, the diamond store of Madison for generations. Check them out, 220 State Street, and online at goodmansjewelers.com. The NFL's coaching carousel continuing to impact the Green Bay Packers. Another assistant on the move. Sean Mannion spent the last 2 seasons on Matt LaFleur's staff, including last year as the quarterback's coach. He is set to take over as the new offensive coordinator of the Philadelphia Eagles, working with quarterback Jalen Hurts. Mannion leaves Green Bay. That's the latest in a number of assistants that have departed Titletown. Several others coming in, though. Plenty to talk about, including with ESPN NFL Nation Packers reporter Rob Demovski, scheduled to appear in about 10 minutes on Wilde and Tausch here on 100.5 ESPN and the ESPN Madison YouTube channel. NBA, the Bucks lost last night 109-99 in the nation's capital to the Washington Wizards. The Bucks now 10 games under 500. The Wizards are 12-34. They've only won 12 games this year. 3 of them have come against the Milwaukee Bucks. Bucks next in action Sunday afternoon, visiting the Boston Celtics. Tip time is set for 2:30.
Metro Kia of Madison, Madison's trusted Kia dealer. Stop into Metro Kia on the east side of Madison or metrokiaofmadison.com.
The 10 o'clock hour of Wilde and Tausch begins now. And before we get to Rob Demovski, our buddy Kyle Cousineau, the unofficial mayor of Green Bay, posting this morning a little bit about this fan exchange that the NFL and the NFL's United Kingdom and Ireland arm are doing with the Premier League. And the Packers, who obviously have been very active in growing the game in Europe. Wonder if they'll be playing in Berlin sometime soon.
Oh ja, das ist gut.
Sehr gut, ja.
Das ist sehr gut.
They sent, and I know you're a huge Premier League soccer fan.
No, I am not.
Believing very authentic soccer fans in the States that love their Premier League.
Fired up for the World Cup, Old T?
Yeah, I like World Cup. Big events. I'm on board with that. But
you are a big event
like
guy.
A Saturday morning Premier League? Nah. No, I legit would rather watch 6th grade girls basketball. Yeah, I'm being dead serious.
Yeah. Well, I think especially if would you choose 6th grade girls basketball if your 6th grader wasn't on it?
Yeah, I still would.
I think that says it all for your opinion of soccer. That said, our buddy Kyle Cousineau hosted a pair of Newcastle soccer fans who came to Green Bay.
Okay.
And then he is going across the pond to go to a Newcastle game. So he took him on a tour, and he was chosen by the team. They reached out to him. I just think this is – I would just say this, and I saw multiple people respond to his post with this same phrase. If I were to pick an ambassador to be the Packers fan ambassador, like, worldwide, he's the guy. Like, when I think of Packers fans, he's like the gold standard, and we've got lots of great fans.
There's a lot of other ones. Coos, though, he's got a little in. Coos, we all love Coos here.
Yeah.
We do.
So we're happy for him, and it's neat that he shared that. I am curious, Tausch, if they were to call upon you, because you are a great Packer, a Packers Hall of Famer. And I appreciate you dropping the 6th grade girls basketball line before I got to this question, because this is where I was going. You love to travel. You would love to take – you've been to France. You've been to all the different United States national parks. Would you be interested in being a European ambassador for the Packers? Like, could we ship you to Europe? But you have to take in a number of soccer games while you're there.
Ooh. I went to QPC when we were over for the London game.
Queen's Park Rangers, is that what they're called?
QPR.
Something like that, yeah, QPR. I don't know exactly. I've heard it both ways.
It's your squad.
QPC, isn't that where I can buy like that treadmill that you put underneath your feet while you're sitting at your desk? I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, I don't know. Is that what it is?
Well, no, I think isn't there a cable station that they're just selling stuff all the time?
QVC, I believe.
Oh,
I don't know.
QVC.
If I stay up late at night watching TV, it's going to be for world-class tennis.
Yeah. Clearly, indeed.
Yes, and I could suck it up and watch. And by the way, watching a game on the telly and watching it live is a whole different animal. The passion that these fans, and this was not Premier League, this was whatever's below Premier League, a little less Premier League. It was fantastic. They force the fans, they leave sections open like high school, where the visiting section is down, getting after the home team. And it was in a great spot. There's a pub right next to it. So I was all in on that experience.
Okay.
So absolutely. Yeah, you can sign me up for sure on that.
All right. Well, we look forward to. He shared, and I saw they shared a video too of him taking these two Newcastle fans on the tour of Lambeau Field, and now this summer he's going to go to the other part of the exchange program and go to a Newcastle game. So we look forward to him sharing that experience.
Well, once the league shoves this, once they shove this 18th game down our throat, I do think Sister Cities needs to be the play, where we would go over to Berlin or wherever, and that is where we play our home game international.
Yep.
And then maybe we end up playing somebody that has a home game in Switzerland or whatever it might be. That's where this thing is going to end up going, and since they're going to jam it down our throats, we might as well at least make it entertaining and fun.
Yeah, and you were way ahead of the curve on that idea. You brought that up 5 years ago.
I mentioned it at the beginning of our show. No, it was the beginning of our show.
10 years ago then.
Check the tape.
I stand corrected.
Check the tape.
I don't even know if we have access to the tape anymore.
Limited access to any of that tape.
I don't know where those shows are lost to history. So don't forget, and this was not on the telecast of the WIAA State Girls High School Basketball Tournament, but I believe Mark Murphy on his way out the door did make a comment that we should expect, once they get to the 18-game schedule, to play an international game every other year and perhaps eventually every year.
Apparently they like green and gold.
So that will be an interesting layer to that as well. But that is where their next expansion is in terms of certainly playing more games there. All right, we need to get to...
Whether we want it or not, it's coming. And I don't think we want it, but we'll eat it up. No, it's at the buffet. We'll eat it.
The MVP of the Packers football season, not Micah Parsons, Rob Demovski, joins us for his penultimate appearance of the year after I tell you about Gruber offices. One call, that's all. And I was telling you about the charity stripe where every time a Badger makes a free throw, they make a donation to the UW Carbone Cancer Center. That's one of the many examples of how active David and his family and his firm are in our communities. But also, just as important, more important, is that if you've been injured, he's going to win your case so you get what you deserve. So go to the website, gruber-law.com. You can find out all about the good things they do in our communities, but you can also find out all about the great lawyers that are on their team and all the judgments that they've won, which they can win for you if you've been injured. Hopefully you never have to make the call. I hope you never have to call David. But if you do, know the number, 414-276-6666, 414-276-6666. Gruber Law Offices, one call. That's all. We make a call to Rob Demovski. He joins us next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
This is Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Call Gina Della from Pella today, 855-PELLA-WI, and online at PellaWI.com/radio.
Mark Tauscher here for the super automotive team at Zimbrick Chevrolet in Sun Prairie. The name you can trust. Well, the countdown is on to crown another champion in football. And while I sure wish Green Bay was the team that would finish on top, there is another team in Wisconsin that's consistently recognized as being the best of the best, and that's Zimbrick Chevrolet. Year after year, Zimbrick is recognized as a best of Madison operation. And just like the best football teams have to be at their best in all three phases, Zimbrick is great across the board. Whether you're looking for a simple tune-up to keep your vehicle prepared for Wisconsin's winter roads, or you're in the market for a new or pre-owned vehicle, Zimbrick Chevrolet is truly the name you can trust. Stop in and say hi to some of the friendly faces on Main Street in Sun Prairie, or start searching for what you need from home by logging on to ZimbrickChevrolet.com. Either way, I hope you take some time and discover what this super team I've been telling you about for years at Zimbrick Chevrolet is all about. Consistently recognized as a best of Madison operation, Zimbrick Chevrolet on Main Street in Sun Prairie is the name you can trust.
All day, every day, the Carbless Talk and Text line is open for you. 844-770-3776. The Carbless Talk and Text line. This is more.
Join the Madison Money Guy, Christian Finfrock, for Retirement Income Strategies, Saturday and Sunday mornings at 7. Get the information you need as you plan for retirement. That's Retirement Income Strategies, Saturday and Sunday mornings at 7. Investment advisory services offered through Retirement Income Strategies, an SEC-registered investment advisor.
4 years. That's enough time to earn a college degree, to serve a full term as a president, to train for something big and become someone new.
You bet, and get 0% interest for 4 years at Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, so you can invest in your home and in life's biggest moments. With exclusive features and customizations, Pella offers the highest quality products at a price you can afford.
Aim high when setting your New Year's resolution and imagine what you can do in 4 years when you finance your home project with Pella. Visit PellaWI.com today.
Valentine's Day. And once again, you're asking yourself, is a card enough?
This year, skip the panic and give a gift that actually says, I planned ahead.
We have the perfect piece of jewelry that they'll love long after the chocolates are gone.
Because let's be honest, dinner is nice, flowers are sweet, but jewelry, that's how you win Valentine's Day.
Valentine's Day done right at Chalmers Jewelers.
Chalmers Jewelers in Middleton
and Madison. Free Food Friday on ESPN Madison is brought to you by Vintage Brewing Company. Whether you're looking to get carry-out, delivery, or dine-in, Vintage Brewing has lots of great options on their menu. Vintage Brewing Company prides themselves on being a great place to hang out and enjoy classic Midwestern hospitality. Vintage Brewing Company has multiple award-winning beers, so be sure to try one the next time you're in. Head to VintageBrewingCompany.com to make a reservation today. That's VintageBrewingCompany.com.
Ben Brust here for the Princeton Club. If you're looking for your better tomorrow, you know where to go. It's the Princeton Club.
If you're looking to grow, it's also the Princeton Club, because they will cheer for you in all areas of your life. The best way to do that is to start a foundation of having a healthy body, and your growth will start from there. With the cleanest health clubs in Wisconsin, they provide everything for you to reach your goals. Join before January 31st to get the lowest rates of 2026. Make sure you join the Princeton Club for a better tomorrow.
Mark Tauscher here to tell you a little bit more about Everlight Solar. We all know that electricity costs are on the rise. That's why you need to talk to my friends over at Everlight Solar. Their local team here in Madison is here to keep it simple. From your no-cost consultation to solar panel installation, the team at Everlight Solar will be with you every step of the way. Not only will they help you save money, but by switching to solar, you're also helping save the planet. Everlight Solar, a proud partner of Wisconsin Athletics. Check them out at everlightsolar.com.
We're on the Badgers.
The coaches, the players, we're bringing an entire new mindset.
Because we're on Wisconsin Sports.
And it's to win. It's to win.
You're listening to 100.5 ESPN and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
God, I miss being able to say, you know what that music means for all of our great guests. But this one is the MVP, as Tausch hath proclaimed for the Packers 2025 season on Wilde and Tausch. He has generated great content, and he has threatened to quit if we clipped him. And I noticed somebody else on the internet clipped him after he said that. He is ESPN's Rob Demovski. Rob, good morning. How are you?
I'm all right. How are you guys?
We are great. Congratulations on your MVP
Rob, I'll tell you
award.
what. Rob, you've had a hell of a year for us, man.
I can swear some more if you want, Tausch.
Yeah, no, you can do whatever you want. That's what MVPs do. You've had a hell of a year. I just wanted to say thank you. You've been great.
What did Kramer say? I let the expletives fly.
That's it, baby. That's it.
You kept making
Rob,
all the stops.
He kept ringing the
well,
bell.
They kept pulling the cord. What did you want him to do? Rob, I said earlier on the show, how big of a deal? Because Jason, everybody loves the old quarterback coach. He just went over to Philly. John Schneider raved about him, and Jason illustrated that. If they really loved him, they ain't going to let him leave, right? If Green Bay thought, we can't let this guy leave, he would not have left. Or am I crazy to make that assertion?
No, I think you're partially right. I don't remember exactly what the blocking rules are anymore about how you can, prevent guys from interviewing. But look, I think Sean Mannion's probably really, really sharp. He's been a position coach for 1 year. Is he really ready to call plays? And again, there's no knock on Sean. I really enjoyed getting to know him. I wrote a story that I tweeted out yesterday back in the spring, and I talked to some people who think really, really highly of him. And I see no reason to, nothing I've seen in the last year makes me change my mind. But boy, that's a quick jump from assistant quarterbacks coach to quarterbacks coach to play calling offensive coordinator. That's a big one.
Rob, we'll get to some of the defensive hires in a second, but to the offensive side of the ball point, I think there were a lot of us that were expecting some changes, and here we sit on January 30th, and none of them have occurred.
Right.
I think you and I probably were selfishly, and not that we have anything against Luke Butkus, but I think we're both kind of hoping that maybe James Campen would be the Packers offensive line coach, and now he's the Steelers offensive line coach. Are you surprised that, as Tausch kind of phrased it, it appears they're running it back in terms of their coaching staff?
Yeah, I am surprised. I guess until we hear that all these guys are for sure back, we can't say for sure, but it sure seems like you said, Jason, I mean, we're to the end of January here. And if something was going to happen, you would think it would have happened by now. So yeah, I mean, it does appear that way. And it is a surprise, whether it's Steno, Butkus, whoever. I think I thought there might be some involuntary changes. And by involuntary, I mean by those guys, involuntary by the head coach. But yeah, I'm a little surprised. I have to say.
And I don't want to have to be the one who, because I feel like I have to tell fans things they don't want to hear fairly regularly this offseason, including about how Rich Bisaccia is viewed inside the building versus outside the building. Did you all along expect that he would be not going anywhere? And do you think that's a good thing, a bad thing, or how do you view it?
Yeah, I didn't get any sense that they were going to make a special teams coaching change unless Rich Bisaccia was going to retire. Like that would have been, to me, the only scenario in which that would have happened. Like you said, Jace, this guy's very highly thought of in the building. I've said it many times. I watch games, probably not as many as Tausch does, but I watch enough games to see, man, other teams have disastrous special teams plays too. Other teams have a lot of penalties on returns. It's not just the Packers. Now, I realize that, there have been some catastrophic, to use Matt LaFleur's word, plays that have really hurt them. No, I don't think Rich Bisaccia really enjoys that word. He would not agree with that. Yeah, he did not. But, yeah, I figured there was a pretty strong chance Bisaccia would come back. I did think there might be some changes, on the offense, specifically maybe even up front. But I will say this. I don't know how anybody that's not involved in it can know if a position coach is good or not. I mean, let me change. I think you can tell when a position coach is good, right? He takes a bunch of mid to late round draft picks, turns them into Pro Bowl type players. They play really well. But if the offensive line or running back, if whatever position, receivers don't do what you think they would do, is that the position coach's fault? I mean, Sam Gash was the running backs coach during early time in Eddie Lacy's tenure, and Sam Gash basically got let go because Eddie Lacy was overweight. Now, was that Sam Gash's fault that Eddie's weight was a problem? I mean, I don't know, but clearly he took the fall for it.
All right, so let's talk a little bit about the defensive staff as it stands. And the one question that I have gotten a lot of is, how much does Jonathan Gannon decide who the assistants are going to be, and how much does Matt LaFleur? From what I can tell, and please correct me if I'm wrong because you're really plugged in on this, I don't see any commonality between Jonathan Gannon and Bobby Babich in their careers, but obviously other guys there is. So how does that kind of work from what you understand?
Yeah, I believe it's it's a collaboration on that, and I think it's important to point out that Matt LaFleur and Jonathan Gannon never worked together before. Like somebody said, "Oh, this is another buddy hire." No, it's not. I don't even think they knew each other very well, other than taking the picture at the owners' meetings with all the head coaches and the post game handshakes, and so that is not a buddy hire. Like, was Joe Barry a buddy hire? Yeah, maybe he was. But I also think there's back and forth. Like, Jeff Hafley had a connection to Ryan Downard. Ryan Downard was here before Jeff Hafley was, but it makes sense that a guy like Ryan Downard goes to work for Jeff Hafley. That happens in the league. Like, you hire people that you're comfortable with. You hire people that the people you respect in the business speak highly of. It doesn't mean you're hiring your buddy. It means you're hiring someone trusts. And I think that's that happens with coordinators and then position coaches. Clearly, whatever scheme that Jonathan Gannon wants to run, he's going to go to Matt LaFleur and say, I think this guy can teach the linebackers how to do this. I think this guy can teach this. And Matt LaFleur is going to say, well, we have a guy that does that and does it really well. So I do think it's a little bit of a teamwork collaboration there on that when it comes to defensive assistants. But you're right, Jason. I mean, like the defensive coordinator in a situation like this is the head coach of the defense, and he's going to have some or more than just a little say on the staff.
Rob, last week you came on here and you were talking, and you didn't say, but you kind of had us thinking Jimmy Leonard's job to have if it was going to be. It didn't work that way,
right?
What was this just? How did you think this all played out? Because I think a lot of Packer fans got their hopes up, myself included, because I wanted Jimmy Leonard.
Yeah.
And the way it played out, Gannon ended up do you think there was a little bit of pressure that if he left the building, he was going to be a coordinator somewhere else, then you're rolling the dice if Jimmy Leonard was going to end up taking the job?
Yeah, I think that's 100% it. Sometimes you can't wait for things, right? And I can tell you for 100% certainty there was mutual interest, and there had been, they couldn't talk to him, but they could talk to people who would be able to say, yes, Jimmy would like to talk to you when he's available. Like, that's legal, right? Like, that's not tampering. There's nothing wrong with that. And those conversations did take place. Now, that being said, if you're Matt LaFleur and Goody or whoever else is involved in this process, and you get the sense that you really like Jonathan Gannon, who interviewed here, it was last Friday, I believe, Thursday and Friday, or Friday, Saturday, and you got the sense that, hey, if he leaves here, he's going to get on a plane and go somewhere else, then maybe you have to make that move, and that's the way it works sometimes. Like, now we could get into a whole debate about, should teams that are still in it, guys who work for teams still in it, be penalized? Maybe you could just make this all easier and not let anybody talk to anybody. But I would assume back channel deals would still get done, so maybe that wouldn't even matter. But yeah, this was a case of circumstance where Matt LaFleur and the Packers felt like if they didn't act on Jonathan Gannon now, that they might not have him. And that's, and like, again, this is no knock on Jim Leonard. I don't know Jim Leonard at all, have heard nothing but really good things. But, I mean, Jim Leonard's never coordinated an NFL defense. And I'm not saying he wouldn't be good at it. But maybe LaFleur, maybe that was the only question or a question that Matt LaFleur had. And because he couldn't wait to get that question answered and wasn't sure how the question would be answered, whether it would be to his liking, that he felt he had to go this direction.
Yeah, he had a little source off. It seemed like there was a little source off.
So, okay, yeah, and I'm glad you asked that. So I probably did a poor job of wording. No, I'm good here. I probably could have worded it a little better in terms of like my sourcing on, where and who was interested in Jonathan Gannon. What I probably should have said was that sources said the Packers believed that Gannon was going to be a candidate with both Harbaughs. Okay, that probably would have been a better way for me to phrase it. Now, again, I had heard that both Harbaughs were interested in at least talking to Gannon, but what I should have said, and there's a distinction there. I can see Jason's Johnny Journalism's seat as he's getting excited. I probably should have worded it as that the Packers believed and Matt LaFleur believed that Jonathan Gannon would be in demand and was going to be possibly interviewed by both or either Harbaugh.
Jason?
How
you should have worded it?
I'm not here to tell our MVP how to
there
word
you
that.
Are.
What I am
you
here to say
roll around here,
is that
is what you love doing.
I did not see that part of Rob's story, so when I saw another writer referencing it, as I think Rob well knows, even beat writers that I don't like to take shots at or question their work, and so I didn't know where that was coming from when it was phrased the way it was by someone else. I would just say this: Rob's really good at what he does, and if I read something from him, I'm almost always expecting it to be accurate.
I appreciate that. I probably could have been a little bit more clear on presenting the information.
I've got a history of supporting Rob, and sometimes it gets me yelled at by the quarterback's girlfriend while I'm walking around the Mall of America. Other times there's a little less blowback, so it is what it is. But I've for a long time.
You guys got in a fight with Ronica?
No.
You guys can't help yourselves, huh?
What little interactions I've had with Ronica Stone Love have been very friendly. Hello, how are you? Getting on and off airplanes. Me hoping that when I see her at the gate that she didn't put in for the first class upgrade, and because we're probably our statuses are probably battling it out to see who has more Delta Sky Miles and more Delta status. But it would be, I'm not going to say her name, but her initials are Olivia Effin Mund.
Oh, Effin. Okay. Rob, quick question, because you brought up Sky Miles. If
Is it Mun or Mun,
a
Jason? M-U-N-N or M-U-N-D? I can't remember. Mun, right?
M-U-N-N. I still have her on my phone if you want to give her a call.
She was really good. I hate to say this, but did you watch Your Friends and Neighbors, relatively new show? She was outstanding in that show.
Apple TV. It was a good one.
Yeah, and Jesse, like, the whole time I'm watching it, I'm hating myself for, boy, she's really good at this role. Like, she was really good. And John Hamm was excellent. I can't recommend that show enough, as much as it pains me to say.
Boy, that's about as good of a recommendation as you can get. I hate
what's the name of the show?
Your Friends and
What
Neighbors.
is it called?
It's
on Peacock.
Okay. No, it's on Apple TV. It's like an 8-episode miniseries.
Outstanding.
Yeah, really good.
Outstanding show.
Really good. Kind of Ozarkian, Tausch, but
yeah.
I like Ozarks.
Tausch, you would really, really like it. I really think it's right up.
That out. I'm stuck on Pluribus right now, and I'm kind of torn on that. I'm not as...
Pluribus, I believe is what
I'm not familiar with either of those shows. And just, not that we're going to go down the rabbit hole of television, but I'm currently watching The Bear. I don't know if anyone has seen The Bear. Jeremy Allen White.
Weren't you starting Landman? Because that's Tausch's show, but he only watched
it on airplanes. So here's the thing. I watched the first 2 episodes of Landman on one of the long flights. Where were we? I can't remember what the last decently long flight was. And I liked it so much, but I said to myself, I go, you know what? My wife's going to want to watch this. So I stopped and want to watch it with her. So I put the brakes on that, and we'll get back to it as soon as we're done with probably The Bear. I think I might. That's one of the subscription services that I don't have. So I think I might have to pony up for. Is that on Paramount? Maybe I'm not sure.
I believe so.
Paramount.
Yes.
Yeah.
I've got I think I have everything but Paramount, so I might as well add it to the list.
Well, you got all those zeros on that ESPN check. Tausch, did you have any other questions for Rob before you?
I'm not gonna. I was gonna go down the airplane route, but I think we're covered that. Rob, so is there any other staff moves you think are gonna happen, or do you think this is pretty much? He's obviously gonna have to hire more defensive coaches.
Well, yeah,
but.
Yeah, it's a great question, Tausch. One of the things I was going to try to do today is just update, go through just literally write down the organizational chart as it is right now. There's probably a few more openings than I realized. But like Jason said right off the top, it's January 30th. I think the days of Friday news dumps at 4:30 are over. But I guess until I can say definitively, and I cannot say definitively that there are no more changes, I don't know. I mean, every time I ask, I get the same answer, is that I'm still working through things. So it's basically, I'm sure, a way of people over there just avoiding the question. But the reason is, why are they avoiding the question? And I don't have that answer.
All right, Rob, speaking of avoidance, before we let you go, you were there in the alumni suites back in June with Ed Policy.
Yeah.
And a bunch of us talked with him, and some had beers. That I would have liked some bubbler drinks to be available for some of us, but that's okay. but one of the things he said, and I think you were the one who brought it up to him. It was either you or Pete Doherty. The nonsense of them extending LaFleur and Goody back in 2022 and never telling anyone.
Yep.
And just so unless I missed this. It still hasn't been formally announced.
Right, and those extensions were never formally announced either, but the information got out, and I think that's they're not, and they may announce them at some point. Goody's deal and Russ Ball's deal should be done soon if they aren't already. I'm sure they'll be done very soon, and maybe there will be some sort of announcement then. But I think the point was last time those deals were done in March or April, and nobody even got word till July. It was the day before training camp. So whether they make a formal announcement or not, I think Ed's point, and I did ask it, I wanted to get some transparency. I think Ed's point is whether we announce it or whether we just leak it or someone leaks it, it will get out.
So that would tell me that for whatever reason, do we not think the Goody and Russ Ball deals are completed? Because you know, we had very good sourcing on the Matt LaFleur one.
Yeah, I think they're close. And I think the part of the thing with Goody's deal was, well, first of all, they spent that whole week, with the meetings and then doing the LaFleur deal. And then Goody went to the East-West Shrine game in Dallas,
Senior
and then the
Bowl.
Senior Bowl. So I mean, they may not have put pen to paper on that deal yet. So I think that that's why Goody hasn't talked yet, and he will. I would be curious to see if Ed does talk when this is all done. I think he should. I think it's important for the new face or new figurehead of the franchise to be out front about it. I would hope that he talks, but I do think, Jason, at some point, I don't think there's anything nefarious. Is that the right word? I don't think there's anything nefarious going on here. I think there's just football jobs came up. The contract with Goody was not urgent. The contract with LaFleur was urgent so that he could go ahead and get staff members and all that stuff. So I think I would be surprised, and I've been before, but I would be surprised if by the end of next week we don't have Goody, Russ, Dunn, and possibly even hearing from some of those people involved. Whether it's, I don't know that we'll hear from LaFleur again, but Goody will talk, and then hopefully Ed does as well.
Well, as we get ready for the Super Bowl, we will have you one last time, and I'm going to talk to Elliot Wolf and hopefully Ron later today. But is it not crazy that two former Packers executives?
Yeah, I talked to Ron. I talked to Ron yesterday. I mean, no secret, we're all writing the story, right? Talked to Ron. I think Ron's 89 years old. I think sharp. Now he did just have dental surgery, so you have to bear with him. His words will be a little tougher to get out, so give him some time. But yeah, it's I mean, two guys who basically went to the same high school. I know they were called different things. One was Abbott Pennings, and then Green Bay Notre Dame, but they're basically the same high school now. One of which I don't think Elliott played high school football. Did he? I'm not sure. Maybe he played freshman and JV, and then John Schneider was just a D3 guy. It's not like these are blue chip recruits and longtime NFL pros who became GMs. Man, these guys did it. I'm not saying that anybody did it the easy way, but these guys did it the hard way. And I know Elliott's name is Wolf, but trust me, I don't think anything came easy for him. I mean, I think there are a lot of people who thought he would have been a GM before this. But yeah, I mean, from a Packers fan standpoint, like at least you got some intrigue in the game that way. And I wonder how many times they'll have the split screen on the broadcast of Schneider and Elliott in their respective booths during the game. So, but yeah, I'm sure you'll enjoy talking to Ron. I had Mike Reese talk to Elliott for me. I just figured he's going to get inundated with a million people, and our Patriots writer was going to talk to him anyway. So, and same thing with Schneider out in Seattle. So, but I think people will enjoy reading those stories. Hopefully, I know you're doing one. I'm sure Press Gazette's doing one. So hopefully we all have a little different nuggets in there, and people will enjoy reading those next week.
Well,
for both
that's
of
what
you guys,
mine's running
was there
next
ever
week,
a point?
Good to know.
Was there ever a point where John Schneider was offered or had an opportunity to be the GM of the Green Bay Packers?
So not the GM, Tausch, but I had this in my story over the summer, and it got basically no attention, which is fine. I put it in the story about Ed policy because it was when Ed was introduced, I just had in there Ed was one of 4 finalists. John Schneider was a finalist for the Packers president job less than a year ago. Oh, well, I guess it would have been. When did they actually go through the process? Yes. Really? It was deep in a story. Homer didn't know about it when I brought it up on his show, which is fine. Like, I wasn't intending it to be. The other two was a guy from Washington, and then Jeff, what's his name, from the league office. Now I'm going to have to find the story. Hopefully I can.
Last name Robinson.
Jeff Miller.
GEOFF or Jeff?
Stop. Okay, hold on. Oh, boy.
I read that story. I don't remember any names other than John Schneider's.
Big J.
Okay, hold on. I think I got it. Okay. John Schneider, Washington Commanders President Jason Wright, and NFL Executive Vice President Jeff Miller, JEFF. Those were the 4 that made it. And I don't know, I don't think I used the word finalist, but those were the 4 candidates that went the deepest into the search. And, Schneider had one time early in his career in Seattle, had an out clause that he could become the Packers GM. And then after he did an extension or 2, that actually was removed. Obviously, they couldn't block him to become the president because that's a promotion, different job. But yeah, I mean, I think there was a time where people thought John Schneider would maybe come back here as the GM. I mean, why would you leave Seattle? He's had such a great run there. The support of ownership there. His family, I know Tracy and the boys are very comfortable there. So it's fun to see. Yeah, I mean, it's fun to see. See them every year at the owners' meetings. John's dad passed away this last year, and I got to see John at the funeral. And yeah, I mean, this is home, but man, he's been in Seattle for 17 years now, and I think he would tell you that feels like home too.
In 2018, he was certainly interested in the job, but there was no getting out of his deal.
Right.
And that
was right. Yeah, that was when by then he had already done enough extensions that they had removed that Packers GM clause. He had it at one point, but you're right.
Well, from what I understand, he wasn't even the best player on that DePere Abbott Pettings team. That was Aaron Popke, from what I've been told by Aaron
Just
Popke.
ask him. Just ask him.
Rob, we'll talk to you again next week. Thanks.
All right, have a great weekend. See you.
That is Rob Demovski. Some are saying he is the MVP of this season for Wilde and Tausch on discussions about the Packers. I still and I appreciate Rob for a variety of reasons, including clarifying the Jim Leonard part. I still don't like his clarification of the Packers believed that they might lose Gannon. That's interesting. I wonder if there was actually that danger or not. And it makes me wonder. It just makes me wonder if all things had been equal and both had been interviewed, if it's Johnny or if it's Jimmy that gets the job. Because
if that is the case, shame on Green Bay.
Right, and that's all I'm saying. And I just think that's a reasonable thing to wonder.
It can't be. You don't make decisions based on that. I just don't envision that being the case. If there was a strong enough fortitude that you wanted Jimmy, you would.
I'm
let
not saying
Gannon
that they knew
go.
for sure that they wanted him. I'm saying that they. I do believe. In fact, I know that it was accurate that Matt LaFleur was very interested in him, and Jim Leonard was very interested in the job. So what I'm saying
I'll also concur with you on that.
So what I'm saying is that to hire Jonathan Gannon without talking to him because you're worried that you're going to lose Gannon and you could end up with neither of them. While I understand how that happens, I don't particularly love that being the thought process either. Am I wrong to say it that way?
You won't hear that narrative unless
they'll never admit
Gannon
it.
stinks. If Gannon stinks as the DC and somebody wanted Jimmy Leonard, you'll hear it. You know this game.
Yeah, that's true.
You know the game, and it'll be, well, whose fault is it? Oh, no.
The blame game.
It's like Polian. Oh, yeah, I wanted Tom Brady. I had him as a first-round grade. Oh, yeah, sure you did, Bill.
He's been taking some shrapnel this week.
What has he got to vote for anyways? What does he vote for? Like, come on.
I'm about to tell you about the ESPN app, but in my email, the little ads pop up on the side. Pella Windows and Doors. My computer is listening to me because we've talked a lot about Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, and there they are. And here I am telling you about the ESPN app. When a trophy is raised, and soon the Lombardi Trophy will be raised next, it can feel like a season's over. But on the ESPN app, it never really is. Because with more than 47,000 live events, plus originals, highlights, and coverage from every corner of the sports world, there's always something to dive into. There is no off-season, just everything a fan needs to keep going, always in season. Get all of ESPN all in one place. Download the ESPN app on your phone or on your TV today. More Wilde and Tausch straight ahead. Stick around.
This is Wilde and Tausch, driven by Zimbrick Chevrolet in Sun Prairie on 100.5 ESPN. See their full inventory at ZimbrickChevrolet.com.
Mark Tauscher here for Pizza Hut. Now, I've been telling you for a while now how much I love Pizza Hut participating in their legendary Book It program when I was a kid. I loved it then, and I love making new memories enjoying it with my family today. But for a limited time, Pizza Hut's Big New Yorker pizza is just $10. An extra large pizza with 6 huge foldable slices and bold New York-style flavor. Big size, big value, and just $10. Order right now on the Pizza Hut app or at pizzahut.com. Pizza Hut. Feed good times, and for a limited time, order a Big New Yorker pizza for just $10. And remember, no one out-pizzas the Hut.
On the air, on demand, on social, on Wisconsin Sports. Serving Wisconsin sports fans. This is 100.5 ESPN.
Prizes, flyaways, even cash money. You want it? We've got it. Find a list of all contests and official rules by visiting ESPNWisconsinContests.com. That's ESPNWisconsinContests.com.
Life's better with American Family Insurance because we know you love working weekends. If it means working on your dream home, both inside and out. And we're here to help protect those dreams so you can enjoy peace of mind. Save up to 40% when you bundle home and auto. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products, pricing, and availability vary based on the way you purchase insurance and by state. Some exclusions apply. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
At Gruber Law Offices, we take great pride in helping those who have trusted us after a serious accident. Our team has the knowledge, resources, and experience to get you the results you deserve. Don't wait to get the help you need. Make the right call. Call Gruber Law Offices today. Proud partner of Wisconsin Athletics. One call, that's all.
Happy New Year and happy new engagement. Hi, it's Jeffrey from Celebrations Entertainment. You have heard me talk about corporate, fundraising, and even casino events, but we are also amazing wedding DJs. Never cheesy and always the perfect fit for the perfect couple. Please let us help you narrate your wedding day love story while playing an amazing soundtrack that will rock your dance floor. Create lifelong memories of your one special day. Do it right and do it with celebrationsentertainment.com. That's celebrationsentertainment.com.
Imagine the peace of mind knowing your home or business is safe 24/7. I'm Jeffrey Beckman, president of J&K Security Solutions, and we provide security you can trust. Serving Madison and southern Wisconsin, J&K Security Solutions offers state-of-the-art home and business security systems tailored to your needs. From video surveillance to home and business automation, to find out how J&K Security can help secure what matters most in your life, visit jksecurity.com.
Hey Madison IKEA fans, great news! IKEA is now closer than ever with our brand new pickup point at the University Bookstore on State Street. Order your favorite IKEA products online and pick them up as soon as the next day, absolutely free for IKEA family members. That's right, no shipping fees or waiting for deliveries, just the IKEA style you know and love, ready when you are. Start shopping smarter at IKEA.us or the IKEA app and choose the University Bookstore pickup point. Don't forget to sign up for IKEA Family. It's free to join and gives you access to great deals, rewards, and free Madison pickup.
UW Credit Union member Mark Tauscher here. People ask me, T, why did you join UW Credit Union? Well, is it to keep your banking local? Is it the member first service? Great perks like early payday? Absolutely. But honestly, between us, it's Bucky. I can't say no to that face. If you love Wisconsin like I do, you just can't pay with anything else. Fandom makes us do crazy things, but this just makes sense. Become a UW Credit Union member and get your Bucky card like me. Federally insured by NCUA. Terms and conditions apply.
It's a Western Conference showdown in H-Town.
Flag has given Dallas the lead.
That was insane. Cooper Flag and the Dallas Mavs face Kevin Durant and the Houston Rockets. Coverage begins Saturday at 8 Eastern, with tip-off at 8:30 Eastern on ESPN Radio and on ABC.
Thanks to Rob Demovski for his both Packers knowledge and TV streaming suggestions. What was the one that you're watching? Pluribus? Is that what it's called?
Yeah,
What's that about?
What's the premise there?
It's kind of like a zombie, like the world has ended for almost everybody. Again, I started on episode 4. I had a reboot.
Yeah, it's a problem. Yeah.
When I booted it up, it started me on episode 4.
It's problematic.
So I got a little bit ahead of it. I'm caught back up. So
Makes
I'm only
4
4
now.
episodes in. It's starting to make more sense. I'm not sure I'd start it again. It's not that interesting.
But now you're
it's the
pot
process.
committed.
You know, I want to.
Well,
now that you
watch
say
the first
that,
season, yeah.
I want to go back and rewatch that one. What was it called? Kaleidoscope, where you can watch it all the episodes in any order. You remember that one? It's on Netflix. It's about like a heist.
I do remember you telling me. Yeah.
Yeah, I want to go back and rewatch that one and watch it in a different order this time around. I don't remember much about that show. It was good though.
I don't remember much about that
We watched
show.
it in like
It was
one
good,
day
though.
because it was that good. That's what I remember about it.
All right. We need to play trivia still, don't we?
What's the name of that show again? I'm going to just punch that in so I have it.
Which one? The one I just said?
Rob's.
Oh,
no.
Your Friends and Neighbors.
I watched part of Kaleidoscope. It was dumb.
Okay. Yeah, appreciate that.
Thank you for.
Well, I didn't think it was good. What do you want me to lie to you and say it was great?
Being
I didn't
honest.
think it was
No,
good.
I didn't. I don't remember that being a.
Your Friends and Neighbors is the one on Apple TV.
Starring
Friends,
Ronica Stone Love.
John Hamm and Olivia Munn are two of the main characters.
Now,
in that
there's
one.
two different ones. There's a TV show drama, and then there's a movie drama from '98. Which one am I supposed to watch?
The TV show.
I think you should probably watch both just to see what they're
Are
like.
we really this uncreative that we can't come up with a different name? We're
fair.
this uncreative.
I got creative with our trivia, which we're going to play next as round 3 of Stevens Point trivia.
I got a good feeling about it today.
It did not take me very long, so I'm not sure why Alex Strofe struggled to the degree that he did. Nevertheless, it is round 3. So I think we should do something with a 3 in it, either 13 or 30 or 33. Jesse, what would you like?
Let's do 13 today. That seems like a good. Or I would compromise at 23 if you want to push it a little. Since I didn't write
Michael
the
Jordan.
questions, I can work a little harder today.
All right, caller 23 plays trivia 844-770-3776 844-770-3776. Caller 23 plays Wilde and Tausch Wisconsin Geography, the Stevens Point edition, part 3. Next, I need to tell you first about Steinhafels, and the President's Day sale is coming soon, as the President's Day is almost here, and Steinhafels is celebrating big. Right now, save at least 10% off store-wide on the furniture you've been waiting for. And it gets even better. Spend over $4,999, and Steinhafels will give you a 65-inch 4K smart TV. Plus, you know, we've been talking a lot about test resting mattresses. Well, test rest a Beauty Rest Black mattress for your chance to win a dream vacation to Hawaii. Yes, Hawaii. It's the President's Day sale at Steinhafels. Shop in store or online at steinhafels.com. Trivia's next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
Hey, it's Rich Eisen. Keep it right here after Wilde and Tausch, and join us for the Rich Eisen Show on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Roses are red, mountains are blue, have a Coors Light or two. Mark Tauscher here, and nothing says Happy Valentine's Day to me like the Blue Mountains of cold, refreshing Coors Light. And whether you're tailgating pregame, cracking one open during the game, or celebrating a big win after the game, or you just need a moment to chill, crack open a Rocky Mountain Cold Coors Light. Coors Light is brewed with a 3-step cold process, cold lager, co-filtered, and it's cold packaged, so it's actually made to chill. The mountains on Coors Light's cold-activated bottles and cans turn blue. That's when you know it is chilled to perfection, which besides the refreshing taste, is my favorite thing about drinking Coors Light. Refreshingly cold and only 102 calories. Coors Light is made to chill. Celebrate responsibly. Coors Brewing Company, at Golden, Colorado.
You Rah. Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin present your Badger Minute. Here's Pablo Iglesias.
This Badger Minute is brought to you by Steinhafels. President's Day at Steinhafels. Save at least 10% off store-wide. Spend over $4,999 and get a 65-inch 4K smart TV only at Steinhafels. On to the recruiting trail. Luke Fickell and company building Wisconsin football's next wave of talent. Fickell on the group he plans to go after and why it's so important in college football's new era.
I really believe there's going to be a greater emphasis on the in-state kids because the trend of things of guys leaving, who are the ones you have the best opportunity to keep that you want to be able to develop? Well, those would be the kids that maybe have something that's going to keep them there a little bit deeper than just the playing time.
Get 0% interest for 4 years at Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. With exclusive features and customized for every home, Pella provides the highest quality products at a price you can afford.
Gruber Law Offices, serving the people of Wisconsin for over 30 years. Call us today if you've been injured. Gruber Law Offices, a proud partner of the Milwaukee Bucks. One call, that's all.
Since 1956, Holman Lindsay Paints has been making paint in Wisconsin for Wisconsin. Because of their commitment to making great paint for Wisconsinites, Holman Lindsay has grown over the years to 26 locations in this great state. Headquarters in Sun Prairie with a state-of-the-art facility, Holman Lindsay has the paint you need to make your job better. From do-it-yourself to professional, Holman Lindsay has paint for everyone. Visit one of their local locations today in Madison, Sun Prairie, Middleton, and Janesville.
Kick off 2026 strong with Johnson Fitness and Wellness, the largest specialty fitness retailer in the country, with 2 locations right here in Madison. Find the top-rated fitness and strength equipment guided by certified fitness experts who will match the right equipment to your goals, space, and budget. Now during the New Year's sales event, save up to $1,600 on treadmills, up to $2,500 on premium massage chairs, and get free weight plates on select Force USA gyms. Visit Johnson Fitness and Wellness today or shop online at johnsonfitness.com.
Ben Brust here for Zimbrick European. New year, new Audi. The search for your new Audi begins at Audi Madison, off the Beltline and Rimrock Road. Receive 2.99% APR for 72 months when you purchase a 2025 Audi Q5 Quattro. Offer is only available until February 2nd. Check out AudiMadison.com to browse and see current inventory and specials. Start your adventure at Audi Madison today, off the Beltline and Rimrock Road.
Greg Scalzo here for Buck and Honeys. Congratulations to the perennial Best of Madison Award winner by the folks at Madison Magazine. Meet me at Buck and Honeys to celebrate Wisconsin hospitality. Whether you're enjoying the view on the Yahara River in Monona, exploring Wanakee, visiting the OG in Sun Prairie, or checking out the new location in Mount Horeb, you can enjoy the Buck and Honeys experience in a neighborhood near you. Serving lunch and dinner 7 days a week with brunch every Saturday and Sunday. I'll see you at Buck and Honeys.
We're on the Packers.
It's never been about beating the Bears or the Vikings. It's about winning a championship.
Because we're on Wisconsin sports.
There is an intensity deficit, and there won't be now. Those days are gone.
You're listening to 100.5 ESPN.
So the first 2 efforts have set a low bar. I don't think these questions are great, but they're certainly better than some of the things we've had the last 2 days. Time now for trivia, presented by Iron Jock and Cousin Subs.
Wilde and Tausch Trivia is brought to you by Iron Jock, performance apparel that actually performs. No stink, just performance. And proudly Wisconsin built. Shop now at ironjock.com. And by Cousin Subs. Hot, melty Reuben meets a cool, minty shake at Cousin Subs. It's the craveable combo you didn't know you needed. Try a Reuben and mint shake for a limited time at Cousin Subs.
Let's welcome in our contestant, and I tip my cap to her. It is Jackrabbit Mama.
Oh! Let's go!
How you doing, Mama?
I am doing great, and I saw the cap earlier and sent a picture of it to baby Jackrabbit so she could see that you were repping today.
I'm glad to support both Baby Jackrabbit and Tucker Kraft and all the rest of those great Jackrabbits. All right. How much do you know about Stevens Point, Wisconsin?
I went there for lunch in December, but that's
Partners Pub.
That's not a lot.
I hear very good things about that place. All right, here we go. Did you lose your mouse while you were there? Never mind. All right, question one.
Still looking for that thing. But I've got a replacement mouse, and it works. It's fine. It's definitely louder, clicky than the previous one was. And so our relationship is on the fritz.
And more importantly, your marriage could be as well. All right, Jackrabbit Mama, question number one is this. Stevens Point was incorporated in 1858 and named after a man who operated a grocery and supply business in the area. What was that man's name? Was it George Stevens, Stephen Stevens, or Stevie Wonder?
I'm going to go with A, George Stevens.
You are correct. 1 for 1. All right, question two. What is the team name / mascot for Stevens Point Area Senior High School, or SPASH? Are they the Pointers, the Panthers, or the Apaches?
Well, I know the university is the Pointers, so probably not that. Let's go with B.
The Panthers is correct. 2 for 2.
Yes.
Question 3, and a chance at a clean sweep. The UW Stevens Point Pointers have won 6 combined national championships in basketball, 2 in women's basketball and 4 in men's basketball. How many of those titles were won by teams coached by a Bennett family member? Is it 0, 2, or 6?
I have absolutely no idea, so let's go with 2.
Indeed!
Let's go!
Dick Bennett was there from 76 to 85. He did not win a national title. His brother Jack Bennett won back-to-back titles in 04 and 05. And Kathy Bennett actually coached at UW Oshkosh, not at UW Stevens Point. So Jack is the one with the 2 titles out of those 6 for the Bennett family. How do we grade the questions today in comparison to previous
nice questions.
days?
Fair. I think fair, a little bitty humor. That was my point to Stroh. It didn't take a long time, and you did a good job.
It wasn't geography, per se, but it
How often are geography questions?
Well, depends who's writing them.
I didn't get to say latitudinally, but we did that earlier in the week.
Yeah, we've done that twice.
All
so
right,
these were
Jack
good.
Rabbit Mama, you got all 3 right. That means you got 4 entries into our drawing coming up, and you certainly had it better than the other 2 contestants who had to deal with questions about Stevens Point. Thanks for playing. We appreciate you.
Indeed. All right, thanks. Love you guys.
All right, love you guys.
We love you. JRM or just JM?
Jack Rabbit.
JRM.
Well, Jackrabbit is one word, right? We got to ask X.
It is one word, no?
Yeah, but it's...
So do we use the R or not?
That's I
It's a good
always
question.
struggle with that.
Yeah, it is a struggle.
I'd go JRM.
All right, well, we need to get cooking here because we've got a special guest for Feel Good Friday, and we are moving it up. We will kick off the 11 a.m. hour with our prize picks for the big game, part 1. Apparently, we're going to do this all week long and leading into the big game, which isn't even this Sunday. We'll do that in 2 minutes, so stick around. It's Wilde and Tausch.
Don't go anywhere. Another hour of Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, is coming up next on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Mark Tauscher here for Pizza Hut. You know I've loved Pizza Hut since I was a kid, and now I love making new memories enjoying it with my family today. For a limited time, Pizza Hut's Big New Yorker pizza is just $10. An extra large pizza with 6 huge foldable slices and bold New York-style flavor. Big size, big value, and just $10. Order right now on the Pizza Hut app or at pizzahut.com. Pizza Hut, feed good times. For a limited time, order a Big New Yorker pizza for just $10. No one out-pizzas the Hut.
This is Derek Engler. You're listening to a Good Karma Brands radio station, 100.5 ESPN WTLX Monona, Madison.
Broadcasting live from the Everlight Solar Studio, this is your Metro Kia of Madison Sports Center.
Good morning, Madison and streamers everywhere. I'm Jesse Nelson. Sports Center brought to you by Ridgetop Exteriors, trusted and local experts providing the best quality roof, siding, windows, and doors. Expertly installed and at an affordable price. Get your free estimate today at ridgetopexteriors.com. The NFL coaching carousel continues to impact the Green Bay Packers. The latest assistant departing Titletown. Quarterbacks coach Sean Mannion set to take over as the new offensive coordinator for the Philadelphia Eagles. Mannion spent 2 seasons on Matt LaFleur's staff, including as the quarterback's coach last season. Plenty to talk about. We did it earlier with Rob Demovski, ESPN NFL Nation Packers reporter. If you missed any of that conversation, it's available shortly standing alone on the ESPN Wisconsin app and on the ESPN Madison YouTube channel. You can also watch back the full episode of Wilde and Tausch to find the appearance right now if you missed any of it. Meanwhile, NBA, bad night for the Bucks. They lose 109-99 in the nation's capital to the Washington Wizards. The Wizards have only won 12 games this season. 3 of them have been against the Milwaukee Bucks. Bucks 10 games under 500, 18-28. They're on the road visiting the Boston Celtics next on Sunday afternoon.
Metro Kia of Madison, Madison's trusted Kia dealer. Stop into Metro Kia on the east side of Madison or metrokiaofmadison.com.
The 11 o'clock hour of Wilde and Tausch begins now, and it begins with our prize picks for the big game, part 1.
Yes, sir. Prize Picks has the projections up for the big game coming up
Quick
next
question.
Sunday.
Quick question.
Of course,
for you boys. I am starting to think, do we really want to have 2 weeks in between the championship and the Super Bowl?
Well, you got to have the Pro Bowl games, bro.
Pro Bowl games are on Tuesday.
No, that's dead.
They're not even doing it on Sunday anymore. It's on Tuesday night.
I think I'm all right if we move this up. So when they shove this 18th game down our throats, I'd rather see the boys get 2 regular season byes and then run it straight through in the playoffs. I don't want 2 weeks anymore.
You.
I want the game this weekend.
Yep, I'm with you. Team Tausch, once again.
I don't think that will ever happen.
Why not?
No, I'm not saying it will.
But it should. Let me ask you this. How do you view it as the upside is if you have some injuries, it allows teams to get healthier before they play in the big game?
No, it's all to build up. It's all build up. It's all corporate. You can still do all that. I would argue it also would put more relevance into the regular season because that 1 seed even becomes more valuable. You're going to force a 6 seed to go play 4 in a row. You're giving them a little reprieve. Whereas the Seahawks had to take the week off, they're a little fresher. They get a little more grace. It's not going to happen, but I want a game this weekend. And I don't love next week is a total you-know-what. They could have done it this week. I want it switched.
Okay. Well, they're not doing it.
Give the boys another week off in the regular season and scrap this bye week.
If the Packers are in it and we make all these preparations for our show to be part of special coverage in Santa Clara, you want to make those plans on 1 day's notice, or do you want a week to get ready to make all of your accommodations to get out there and
I ain't worried about
events
me,
and guests
not worried
and all
about
that
me.
stuff?
We wouldn't do anything different anyways. No, we wouldn't.
You've gone when it hasn't even been the Packers before.
We would go, yeah. We would go. Jason and I would be out there. I don't know if I'd stay for the game. I probably would. We'd go out there and do our work probably Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and go about our business. And we'd do it in a week or we'd do it in 2 weeks. It is what it is. So, no. Let's go.
Those have been our prize picks for the big game, presented by Prize Picks.
All right, just a couple of quick ones here. Jackson Smith and Jigba, I like this one. He's the best receiver in the game for both teams competing next week. More or less.
Best receiver in football.
Well, then I think I know where you're going to go here if you're going to make that statement. 93.5 receiving yards for JSN.
Yeah, less.
Huh. Why? Best receiver in the game, I hear.
While Vrabel is not Bill Belichick, right? He's going to, I think, he's taken some things from him. New England's defense is very good. I am doubling him all game. I'm putting my stud corner on the other dude, Cooper Kupp, and I'm saying somebody else beat me. What is the Patriot way, besides Spygate and everything else? They always take away your best weapon. JSN is their best weapon. New England's defense, that's why they're in the Super Bowl. It's not Drake May. It's not Josh McDaniel. It's their defense and what they've been able to do. I'm going less with JSN. I think it's going to be a low-scoring Super Bowl. Or big game. Oh, big game. It's going to be a low-scoring big game.
There you go.
I'm going to go more. He's the best receiver in the game and in football.
Keeping it on the Seattle side, how about Kenny Walker, the running back?
Kenny Sky Walker.
Kenny Mitchell.
Kenneth Walker, more or less than 74.5 rushing yards.
More. Gonna have one big one. More.
I'm going to go less. Less.
Great.
Patriots are going to shut them down.
All right, one other fun one for now. Shortest made field goal, more or less than 27.5 yards. Shortest made field goal.
Less points. I think these coaches all looked at Sean Payton's blunder, and I think you're going to see more. Let's take points in a game that points might be difficult to come by. Couple goal line stands, couple shorties.
What were the parameters for that again? I was reading the controversy in our YouTube comments.
Oh, boy.
That there are people that believe that Jackrabbit Mama said C, not B, on the nickname of Spash.
Okay, expedited review. She said B.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Jesse Hockley.
27.5 yards, shortest made field goal.
I'm going to say longer or more or
so
whatever
it is. You disagree on all three that we've tossed out here.
Indeed, I do. I'm sorry if that doesn't help your planning for your wagering or your predictions, but we can all agree that Prize Picks has been a great partner of Wilde and Tausch.
Awesome, and the big game is almost here. It should be this Sunday, and there's no better time to be watching sports. If you want every drive and every big play to matter more, check out Prize Picks. That didn't work as good as I'd hoped. You got to check out Prize Picks, where it always feels good to be right. Prize Picks is the easiest way to play daily fantasy. Put together a lineup under a minute, pick more or less on two-player projections, and suddenly every snap matters even more. That you really love about the new social feeds feature? Well, you can copy lineups from winners with one click, follow Prize Picks partners, and ride along with all the fun. And here's another one, early payouts. If your lineup gets off to a fast start, you can have the option to cash out before the game even finishes. And you know what? There's going to be some great little deals going on during the big game week. I'm going to tease one. I don't even know if this is out for public consumption yet, but there is going to be
insider trading?
No, it's not insider trading. I just read the script. It's not on this one, though.
Oh, okay.
Drake May, 0.5 yards. Even with that bad shoulder, I think old Drake's going to get that. That's going to be one. All you got to do is get another one. Download the Prize Picks app. Use code WI to get $50 in lineups after you play it your first 5 down. Again, that is code WI to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks, the big game. All that fun, and you better, it's good to...
That didn't work out the way I was expecting it to.
I don't know
right.
exactly where your head's at. Thanks for leaving me hanging.
Well, no, you did it. You took the 2 out of there. You threw the big game in again. It was a little bit.
Well, I want to make sure
wonky.
everybody knows it's a big game.
It is a huge game, a ginormous game.
Big game.
Even bigger than Wonelli, which is next and early because of our special guest for Feel Good Friday. Wonelli's next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
This is Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Call Gina Della from Pella today, 855-PELLA-WI, and online at PellaWI.com/radio.
Mark Tauscher here reminding you that every Friday is Feel Good Friday on Wilde and Tausch, painted by Home and Lindsay Paints. It could be this weekend, it could be this summer, or it could be after next football season. But when the time comes for you to get started on your next paint project, the best place to start is at Home and Lindsay Paints. Just like me, trust Wisconsin's best painters, the pro painters at Home and Lindsay, to get the job done right. To get connected with the pro that best fits what your project calls for, stop into any Madison area Home and Lindsay location and ask. The team at Home and Lindsay can take it from there. And what makes Home and Lindsay Wisconsin's best paint? Well, as been proven with the weather over the last few weeks, it's the one paint you can trust to withstand the challenges of Wisconsin's weather year-round. Home and Lindsay, great paint, great people. Stick around for Feel Good Friday coming up to close out today's show, painted by Home and Lindsay Paints.
It's a Western Conference showdown in H-Town.
Flag is giving Dallas the lead.
That was insane. Cooper Flag and the Dallas Mavs face Kevin Durant and the Houston Rockets. Coverage begins Saturday at 8 Eastern, with tip-off at 8:30 Eastern on ESPN Radio and on ABC.
Every event tells a story, from the first impression to the final moments. Have someone guide your guests through every chapter the way you want the story told. Hi, it's Jeffrey from Celebrations Entertainment. With a strong presence, great voices, and an award-winning team, trust us to guide, direct, and inform your guests through all the different chapters of the day. For fun, memorable entertainment for any event, please visit us at celebrationsentertainment.com. That's celebrationsentertainment.com.
Hi, I'm John Hayes of Goodman's Jewelers. It's hard to imagine, but Goodman's has been the diamond store of Madison since 1933, which means your parents, maybe even your grandparents might have shopped with us. We maintain the same high standards, honesty, and integrity that kept them coming back time and again. Keep their history and our history alive. Shop Goodman's Jewelers today in the heart of Madison at 220 State Street. We're online at goodmansjewelers.com.
The best is at Goodman's.
Hi, it's Eric from Canopy Wealth Management. Our years of experience have prepared us to guide you through your life transitions. Our local professional team brings over 90 years of collective experience in the wealth management industry for the benefit of our clients. Canopy Wealth Management. Care, competence, clarity. It's not just a tagline, it's a promise. Go to canopy-wealth.com to get started on your financial future today. That's canopy-wealth.com.
In 1987, the Bucks took on the world and changed basketball forever.
At stake, basketball supremacy in the United States.
Bucks versus the World, narrated by Charlie Behrens, is the new season of Behind the Bucks podcast, presented by Gallagher, your trusted insurance broker and HR and benefits consultant. It's the untold story of the 1987 McDonald's Open, when the Bucks became the first NBA team to face the Soviet Union. Listen now on Bucks.com/plus, the Bucks app, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and wherever you get podcasts.
Coors Light presents To Chill or Not to Chill. When your friend skips your favorite song on the playlist. End the friendship. Or choose chill because that song lives rent-free in your head anyway. And you planned ahead by bringing Coors Light to the party. And the sound of that ice-cold can cracking open was music to your ears already. Coors Light. Choose chill. Celebrate responsibly. 2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
Mark Tauscher here, and your seat at the table just got better at Hard Rock Casino Rockford. Return to Hard Rock Casino Rockford's high-limit room, where the odds are in your favor. With enhanced game rules, including blackjack, where the dealer stands on soft 17, you'll enjoy better odds, faster play, and the kind of authentic high-limit action that sets Hard Rock Casino Rockford apart. Visit the High Limit Room and rediscover your game on your terms, in your rhythm, and with your edge at Hard Rock Casino, Rockford.
Wilde and Tausch on 100.5 ESPN is brought to you by Everlight Solar. Save money, save the planet. Everlight Solar.
Time now for Wonelli.
If the topic is good, the guys discuss.
Just the other morning I had breakfast at Tracy Rocker's house. His mama brought out 15 flapjacks. He said, Mama, take back 5 of them flapjacks. I gotta stay hungry for the Crimson Tide.
But if it's not, the show must go on. It's time for
Wonelli
on Wilde and Tausch.
Very exciting night last night. The Golden Geese trivia squad flew again.
Oh! Tier 1 Tyler's back? Even all the way from Oconomowoc?
For a one-time special, we were at Andy North Trivia Night at the Sylvie here in Madison, right next door to our station on East Washington Avenue, benefiting the UW Carbone Cancer Center. A lot of money raised last night. Maybe a sneak peek of what's to come for Feel Good Friday in a few moments. Team Pepsi welcomed me back to their midst as a special contributor. Team Tyler was by far our captain. He's also one of the people helping run the entire event. So had we won, I might have felt a little slimy about winning because we had one of the people overseeing the event on our team, and there could have been some malfeasance.
You wouldn't have felt that slimy.
I probably wouldn't. No,
have.
he clearly didn't know any of the questions because we had to make some donations quite often during the night so that we could get the answers correct, because that's how that event works. There was one sports question that I ended up with some egg on my face.
Literally?
No.
So he threw an egg at you like the offensive coordinator for the Eagles?
We don't know who, but one of the members of our table did kick one of the legs of the table, and we all almost did end up with various foods and beverages on our faces at one point. But we didn't. We held on to the table. It all was good. So the sports question was this. In 2013, the New Orleans Hornets became which NBA franchise that currently exists?
The New Orleans Pelicans.
So that's the right answer, yes. It's kind of obvious for those who know sports, that's what happened in 2013. For whatever reason, I got hung up on when the New Orleans Hornets spent that season in Oklahoma City when the hurricane hit New Orleans. And so I thought it was the Oklahoma City Thunder, but no blank, the Sonics moved to Oklahoma City. How did I think it was the Oklahoma City Thunder? So that was pretty embarrassing for me. It was not a good performance in one of the only sports questions of the night. We ended up not winning, shockingly.
Because of you.
No. There was a tiebreaker question. So there are a bunch of teams always finish with all the correct answers because you, again, make your donations to the Carbone Cancer Center.
It's like all those mulligans that Tausch would buy
it's a lot
and use on putts.
Very similar to the mulligans at a golf outing, yes. So the tiebreaker question was, what's the population of Limerick, Ireland? And
did you have to answer in the form of a limerick?
We did not, although limerick was the answer to one of the earlier questions. And I thought, wow, thanks to Tausch's Headline Academy, I knew this one right away. So thanks to them. We were not even close with the population of Limerick, Ireland. We were way low. So we weren't selected to be in the top 3 for the final question. So tough break for Team Pepsi, but a good performance and a great night all around. Thanks to Andy North for hosting
Who else is on this team? We know Tier 1 Tyler, who we love. Even though you demoted him because he had dared to move away. What a friend. What tier do you think you would be to most of your friends, given how you harshly grade them?
That's the glory of the tiers. You can be on any tier to anybody. It doesn't have to be the same both directions. That's what's great about it. We had a good squad. A lot of great people from the Wisconsin WISPAC Pepsi corporation around here in the Madison area.
Lots of bubblers drunk?
Oh, yeah, lots of each table had a whole thing of bubbler. I had grabbed a fruit punch on the way out.
That's the new flavor. It's good. I like
great
it.
Flavor.
I was just drinking
Fantastic.
it earlier. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So, great night all around. And speaking of trivia, I should probably draw a trivia winner so we can get to our Feel Good Friday.
Expedited review.
Yeah.
So Feel Good Friday was basically you telling the story of you playing trivia at...
No, Whoa Nelly was me telling the story.
Yeah,
of playing
that's what
trivia.
I mean.
Yeah.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Badgers play Ohio State tomorrow. Nice game. Go Badgers. Congratulations to... Oh, isn't this delightful? Boomer in Athelsteen. Monday's contestant.
Yeah, he's the only one who didn't have to answer stupid Stevens Point question.
Hey, I'll see you at Lakeside tomorrow, Boomer. Congratulations on the trivia win. Newt Fest 2026 this weekend.
That is Whoa Nelly, and joining us next, the namesake of Andy North Trivia Night, our great friend and great benefactor for the UW Carbone Cancer Center, Andy North, two-time U.S. Open champion, joins us next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
This is Wilde and Tausch, driven by Zimbrick Chevrolet in Sun Prairie on 100.5 ESPN. See their full inventory at ZimbrickChevrolet.com.
Mark Tauscher here for Pizza Hut. I've been telling you for a while now how much I've loved Pizza Hut since I was a kid, and I love making new memories enjoying it with my family today. Looking for an easy win for lunch or dinner? Pizza Hut's My Hut Box lets you choose your entree. A personal pan pizza, a melt, or now, wings. Boneless or traditional wings start at just $7.99. One box, tons of options, all day, every day. Order on the Pizza Hut app or at pizzahut.com. Pizza Hut, feed good times, and remember, no one out-pizzas the Hut.
Talk Badger sports year-round with the Jump Around podcast.
And that's just the mindset I have. You know, I think to myself, I'm the best in the nation. I want to win the butt kiss. Yep. I want to win the Heisman. You know, it's never been done before with a linebacker, and that's my goal. I know I got to keep working, so I want to be the greatest of all time.
The Jump Around, brought to you by Steinhoffels. Streaming live every Thursday on the ESPN Madison YouTube channel and available wherever you get your podcasts.
4 years. That's enough time to earn a college degree, to serve a full term as a president, to train for something big and become someone new.
You bet, and get 0% interest for 4 years at Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, so you can invest in your home and in life's biggest moments. With exclusive features and customizations, Pella offers the highest quality products at a price you can afford.
Aim high when setting your New Year's resolution and imagine what you can do in 4 years when you finance your home project with Pella. Visit PellaWI.com today.
Ben Brust here for Zimbrick European. New year, new Audi. The search for your new Audi begins at Audi Madison, off the Beltline and Rimrock Road. Receive 2.99% APR for 72 months when you purchase a 2025 Audi Q5 Quattro. Offer is only available until February 2nd. Check out AudiMadison.com to browse and see current inventory and specials. Start your adventure at Audi Madison today, off the Beltline and Rimrock Road.
Mark Tauscher here to tell you a little bit more about Everlight Solar. We all know that electricity costs are on the rise. That's why you need to talk to my friends over at Everlight Solar. Their local team here in Madison is here to keep it simple. From your no-cost consultation to solar panel installation, the team at Everlight Solar will be with you every step of the way. Not only will they help you save money, but by switching to solar, you're also helping save the planet. Everlight Solar, a proud partner of Wisconsin Athletics. Check them out at everlightsolar.com.
At Carbon World Health, feeling your best isn't a luxury, it's a lifestyle. From advanced aesthetics and rejuvenating med spa treatments to personalized wellness care, everything there is designed around you. Whether you're refreshing your look, boosting your confidence, or investing in total body wellness, Carbon World Health combines medical expertise with a spa-like experience you'll love. Discover the med spa Sun Prairie is talking about. Book your consultation today at Carbon World Health, where wellness meets results.
Hi, this is Lee, inviting you to Ruth's Chris Steakhouse in Middleton. We got a great happy hour every day of the week from 4 o'clock to 7, and our patio during the summer is open too. If you're getting married, special occasion, a birthday, anniversary, or even a business meeting, we've got all the accommodations right here at Ruth's Chris Steakhouse. You work hard, and sometimes you're not sure what you want to do, where you want to spend your money. I want to encourage you to come into Ruth's Chris Steakhouse and say hello. It'd be a pleasure to meet you.
Ben Brust here, and let's cut the crap. I've been sold the lie with sportswear too. You pay a fortune for big name gear, a fancy logo, and a slogan, and it still stinks. Then I found Iron Jock, and now it's all I wear. It's built on science. Their silver ion technology is woven right into the fabric. It kills 99.9% of odor-causing bacteria, and it never washes out, ever. Get yours today at ironjock.com. That's ironjoc.com.
You gotta get down on Friday. It's time to finish the week off right. It's Feel Good Friday on Wilde and Tausch, painted by Hallman Lindsay.
It is Feel Good Friday, painted by Hallman Lindsay Paints, and we always feel good because this guy does so many good things. And he's always good to us. And we could ask him if he thinks Aaron Rodgers is going to keep playing football now that Mike McCarthy is the head coach of the Steelers on top of everything else. It is our friend Andy North of Andy North and Friends. Andy, good morning. How are you, buddy?
Top of the morning, boys. How are we doing?
We're great, and we're always excited when we have an excuse to reach out to you. There's a smaller story, but I know you've been following it. Apparently, Jesse and his trivia teammates almost dumped an entire table during trivia last night at your event. Did you see this occur, and what would that have meant for our relationship with you for our show?
Well, you know, a guy's got to do what he's got to do, you know. Jesse was a star last night, from what I understand. He had more answers than anybody.
He paid for them, though, which benefited the UW Carbone Cancer Center, which is everybody wins then.
Keys to victory.
Yeah, that's exactly right. We hope everybody pays for everyone. But, yeah, it was a great night. We've been really fortunate that people have embraced this event. It's a lot of fun, and a bunch of younger people in the room, which is really important when you're trying to raise money to get another generation engaged. And all in all, it was really successful, and it's going all the research, and, you know, hopefully we can save some lives.
Andy, are you a big trivia guy? Because you've done this at the field house. You've done this now for a while. You and Sue, what kind of triggered you to start? Because you've done the Andy North and Friends event. What was it about trivia that got you going to help raise money that way?
Well, we thought it was probably a fun, easy way to get, you know, a younger generation of folks engaged in what we're doing and learn about the Cancer Center and learn about, you know, how important it is to be someone who gets involved in so many great projects that are out there to get involved in and you know, maybe help raise some money to help people's lives. So that was the bottom line, just to get some younger people engaged, and it's worked beautifully.
Andy, I'm curious if you have a trivia event. I know you're a very humble man, but if you want to get young people engaged but also teach them some history, is there a question that involves a two-time U.S. Open champion?
I have nothing to do with the questions. Early on, we did. Early on, we had this idea that if we got, you know, celebrities like Tausch to ask a question and then give an answer, that would be really cool. We tried that a couple of years, but it ends up messing up the poor guys trying to do the show. You know, you can't add all this extra stuff, but we've got a great crew that puts this together, and they come up with some questions that it was like it was in Chinese last night. I didn't have any idea what half the answers were.
Neither did Jesse.
Nope. It was crazy. It was absolutely crazy. Yeah, but it was a great night. We had some fun, and I think everybody left having a good time. That's the whole idea.
And then Tausch went home and watched 8 hours of Australian Open tennis and was grumpy this morning.
Andy, did you catch any of that Australian Open? Did you catch any of that?
I did. I got up early this morning and watched the end of the Joker match. I thought that was absolutely unbelievable. Oh. It was as good a tennis as you'll ever see. And I was, while this was going on, my boss, who produces golf, also is in charge of tennis. So I'm texting him. He's in the truck doing this, and I'm texting him during the. It was amazing tennis. If you're a non-tennis watcher or player, and you watched that, you still had to be engaged, and it was amazing, the competition and the skill level and the grit and the guts. It was what's so cool about sport.
Yep. Couldn't agree more. Exactly right. It's as good. It was everything you'd love to see, competing to the point where you're exhausted. You have to have the mental toughness. It was fantastic stuff. Andy, we got to ask you about the Badger Hoops team. I have not, the first time in a while, I have not declared this is a Final Four team yet. It's the end of January. A good grit, talk about grit, great gritty comeback Wednesday night. Where are we at with this team right now? You are as involved with this group as anybody. Give us a little taste of where you think this crew's at.
Well, I think, one, we're in an era of basketball that, you can look at Arizona, you look at Michigan, and they're probably better than a lot of people. But I think if you take the top 40 teams, you could argue that any one of them could win or lose against each other. And I think that's going to make for a crazy March. I think you're going to see some amazing games. For all the horrible things that NIL has done, it's really created a lot of good teams in college basketball. This team particularly, I think there's a ton of talent on this team. And when we're good, we're really good. We've seen when we're bad, like the first half the other night.
That first half was a tough watch.
Yeah, that was a tough but watch. The fact that these kids got together and came back and absolutely ground their hinds off to be able to win that game was amazing. So I think this is a team that, obviously 11 more Big Ten games against a lot of really good teams. The schedule the last half is not going to be very easy. But if you can navigate your way through that, keep guys healthy, I think going into March, this could be a really fun team to watch. Usually in tournaments, guard-heavy teams do exceptionally well. And we've got some really, really good players on the perimeter.
Well, just like the Badgers, we grind our heinies off here at Wilde and Tausch as well. Andy, we'd be remiss. Obviously, you've been a very important part of Aaron Rodgers' life, a good friend to him, a mentor to him. He's an old man now too, in his 40s, and there's a question of whether he'll play another NFL season. And now the Pittsburgh Steelers have hired Mike McCarthy, another supporter of a variety of great causes in our state. What do you think about the chances of Aaron playing another season now that he'd be playing for Big Mike again?
Yeah, I don't think anybody has a good take on that yet. We'll see how all this goes through. I read something the other night that Scott Tolzien is in the mix to be the OC there.
Yep.
Which would be awesome. I thought Aaron had a really good year, for so much of the talk. I thought he played some pretty darn good football at times, and he didn't come out of the year very healthy. I think a lot of what happens in the next 3 months is, can he get healthy and fire and, get excited about playing? I don't think anybody knows that but him. So it will be fun to see how this all plays out. The two of them had some unbelievable success together. You can go back and look at, 10, 11, 12, 13 in that era that Tausch was very involved in. There's not a better offense in football for 4 or 5 years there. It was ridiculous how good they were. So it'd be fun to see if it happens. And but again, until things play out, I don't get too excited about one way or another until you actually see the handwriting on the wall.
Tausch said he doesn't want to see him play because he thinks it could go poorly. I want to see him play because I would like to see that story of him and Mike McCarthy. If you have to choose, are you Team Tausch or Team Wilde on wanting him to play versus not?
Oh gosh, I don't know. My feeling is that
you fit right in on this show with me.
If Aaron really wants to play and is willing to put the work in, which he's shown he will, you got to go with what he wants to do. I think you can't. Guys later in their careers, it's hard to stop. It really is. The locker room, the daily grind, guys love that. And to be part of that, it's hard to give it up. Some people are fortunate to have other things to do related to their sport, like TV or something. Aaron loves to play. He loves to compete. He loves to try to mess with the other guys. I think that's cool. And if he wants to do it, I'd support him all the way. If he doesn't, you support him all the way.
No doubt about it.
Andy.
Oh, go ahead, Jason.
No, you can. I'll wrap things up. You got one more thing? Go right ahead.
No, I was just going to ask how your wife is doing. The last time we saw you, I just wanted to make sure everything is good there.
Yeah, she's doing great. Actually saw the doctor the other day for like her 9 months after her open heart surgery, and all's going well. And she's, doing her thing. I have no idea where she is right now or what she's doing, but she's out there doing it someplace. We're all in the same boat there, boys.
Amen.
Andy, given where today's show began with Tausch extremely grumpy because he stayed up all night watching tennis and us feeling the brunt of that, thank you for ending our show on a much more positive note. We're glad that Sue's doing
well.
What
Andy does. He just brings.
We love talking to you.
He brings goodwill everywhere he goes. That's what he does.
I'm glad that Tausch watched the tennis last night because I know that's important to him. And you know what, Jason, you have to deal with it. When a guy's gone hard for 8 hours watching, you got to deal with it. So suck it up.
Yeah, he's a hero, Andy.
Wow.
I don't know how he does it.
It was great. I enjoyed every minute of it. Andy, we'll see you down the road, buddy. We appreciate you so much. Thanks for being our Feel Good Friday.
Well, boys, have a good one. Appreciate it. It's always fun.
That is the great Andy North. He is our Feel Good Friday, painted by Hallman Lindsay Paints. If next year you want to take a shot, I'd say at the champs, but the Pepsi team isn't the champs.
We're gunning for it next year. We're going to spend all year grinding, getting back up Mount Everest, ready to claim that trophy next year.
But you can find out more about trivia and everything else that Andy does. Just search the UW Carbone Cancer Center to find out more about all the great fundraising opportunities you can get involved in there. That is our Feel Good Friday, painted by Hallman Lindsay Paints. While we were talking to Andy, some major breaking news in the NFC North.
Whoa.
There's also some news about the Packers' potential new quarterbacks coach. Another homecoming story we might have. We'll get to both of those before we wrap
Matt
things
Flynn?
up.
Oh.
Tim Boyle?
Yeah.
You'll have to stay
Kirk
tuned to find
Benkert.
out.
Banky.
It's Wilde and Tausch. Corey?
Your state, your teams, your ESPN. The ESPN Wisconsin app. Customizable just to you. Find the ESPN Wisconsin app in the Apple or Android app stores today.
$2.3 million. A recent Schwab survey of Americans says that it takes $2.3 million to be wealthy. But you may have had your financial plan set on a bigger or a more humble number. But if you're looking for added insights on how to get there or how to avoid some tax pitfalls on the way, Annex Wealth Management is ready to listen. Mark Tauscher here, and whether your situation is complex or simple, the Annex Wealth Management team can give you wealth expertise and guidance on reaching your goals. Annex Wealth Management. Know the difference.
Rah. Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin present your Badger Minute. Here's Pablo Iglesias.
This Badger Minute is brought to you by Bruner Realty, providing excellent real estate and property management services in the Madison area for over 30 years. Contact their team at BrunerRealtyInc.com to get housed today. Luke Fickell and company building Wisconsin football's next wave of talent. Fickell on the group he plans to go after and why it's so important in college football's new era.
I really believe there's going to be a greater emphasis on the in-state kids because the trend of things of guys leaving, who are the ones you have the best opportunity to keep that you want to be able to develop? Well, those would be the kids that maybe have something that's going to keep them there a little bit deeper than just the playing time.
Get 0% interest for 4 years at Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. With exclusive features and customized for every home, Pella provides the highest quality products at a price you can afford. Go to PellaWI.com. PellaWI.com.
Every event tells a story, from the first impression to the final moments. Have someone guide your guests through every chapter the way you want the story told. Hi, it's Jeffrey from Celebrations Entertainment. With a strong presence, great voices, and an award-winning team, trust us to guide, direct, and inform your guests through all the different chapters of the day. For fun, memorable entertainment for any event, please visit us at celebrationsentertainment.com. That's celebrationsentertainment.com.
Chevy trucks have you covered when the road takes you from smooth sailing to Chevy Colorado will eat up some of the toughest terrains with 5 available drive modes. And Silverado and Silverado HD have the muscle to take you out for some serious with multiple engine options and impressive towing. While Silverado EV is the perfect combo of performance and capability, making it a snap to hitch up this electric truck and hit the road. Wherever the road leads, Chevy trucks are right there with you. See your Badgerland Chevy dealer today.
This is Eric Brown, owner of Siding Unlimited, letting you know that Siding Unlimited installs Pella windows and doors. That's right, Siding Unlimited installs windows, and we do it really well, earning the prestigious Pella Platinum Premier National Certified Contractor of the Year award 5 times. Our expert team will deliver on a smooth, hassle-free installation, making you feel proud of calling Siding Unlimited for your window project. Call 608-220-0005 or go to sidingunlimited.com.
It is the 25th anniversary of Bowling for Colons on Sunday, March 1st. Help us strike out colon cancer at UW Carbone Cancer Center. Come roll with us and form a team of 4 to 5. Choose from 9 bowling centers in the Madison area. Enjoy 3 games of bowling, shoe rental, and a cool anniversary t-shirt. Spare us your excuses. Hurry up. Lanes are filling quickly. Google Bowling for Colons 2026 to register your team now. Let's strike out cancer with Bowling for Colon 2026.
Hey, it's John Hayes, owner of Goodman's Jewelers. Come in and discover the high standards, classic traditions, honesty, integrity, and elegance when you walk through our doors. For over 90 years, customers have returned again and again to our warm boutique setting. Trust me, because I've been there for over 40 of them. Whether it's time to come back or your first time in, stop by Goodman's Jewelers at 220 State Street today. Goodman's Jewelers, the diamond store of Madison since 1933.
The best is at Goodman's.
Luke Fickell has his QB.
Luke, what was it about Colton Joseph that you had to have him?
First and foremost, he's a winner, and he's a leader.
Find Fickell's full interview with Wilde and Tausch, available on the ESPN Wisconsin app and ESPN Madison on YouTube.
Before we get to the 2 pieces of breaking news, Tausch, tell us about UW Credit Union.
Yeah, for every stage of life, UW Credit Union is here forever. You, proudly serving Wisconsin for over 90 years, going to help you reach your financial goals. They have great local banking, awesome member first service, and great perks like early payday. If you love Wisconsin like I do, you can't pay with anything else. Become a UW Credit Union member today. Get your Bucky card like I did. Federally insured by NCUA. Terms and conditions to apply.
All right, so first, the Packers-related news. Per Tom Pelissero, the Packers and the Buffalo Bills have requested to interview Arizona Cardinals passing game coordinator, offensive passing game coordinator, Connor Senger, who, if that name sounds familiar to you.
It doesn't.
He played football at Pius High School in Milwaukee, was the 2-time Offensive Scout Team Player of the Year at Wisconsin in 2013 and 2014, then played football at UW Oshkosh, coached at Oshkosh, Carroll, and Whitewater, and has been with Jonathan Gannon in Arizona the last 3 years. So their search for a new quarterbacks coach leads them to another potential homecoming hiring.
WIAC.
Indeed. I was just about to say that and say it correctly as they wish us to say it. The other bigger news on a more national scale and in the NFC North, the Vikings, who just gave this guy an extension not that long ago, tells you what extensions are all about, have fired Kwesi Adolfo-Mensah, their general manager, after he was just at the Senior Bowl this week. I don't know if there's more to that story or not. Seems like an odd time to fire your general manager. But now a team that has cap problems and clearly, in at least some people's opinion, drafted the wrong quarterback for their quarterback of the future, has now fired its general manager. As a Packers fan, Tausch, is this good news? Or would it be better news if they kept him and he kept making mistakes while running the Vikings?
Well, he's made mistakes. He's given up a lot of draft capital, and obviously he made the wrong choice with Sam Darnold, getting rid of Sam Darnold and keeping J.J. McCarthy without really having an Aaron Rodgers or someone that could have helped bridge that gap. The rest of his roster's pretty good. He's built up a lot of really good players, but they're over the cap. They have a rookie quarterback contract and a quarterback that I don't think their coach wants. And you have that battle. Coach, GM, feels like there was a little sticking point. I would go with KOC, too. I think he is a really good football coach, and it looks as if that's how that shook out, and we'll see what that means. But I think from a Packer fan standpoint, he wasn't killing it. He wasn't doing a horrible job, so
From Adam Schefter, throughout the season, there was talk about an underlying tension in the Vikings building in league circles. One league source said it had been, quote, ugly in Minnesota. Today, the Vikings fired Kwesi Adolfo-Mensah as their general manager.
A schism.
Some might say a schism, indeed. All right, that's it for us today. The big game is still a week away. So we'll have another opportunity to disagree on our prize picks and get you ready for the Super Bowl. That's it for us today. Have a great day. Take care. Be good.
Miss any of today's episode of Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin? Commercial-free full show podcasts are available